Hello, everybody, and happy Wednesday night. Now I've got to go over to the YouTube side and fix it. Hello, hello, hello. If you are here, let me fix the YouTube side. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Grannie B is live. Kim, I'm live. Stop it. Wow. Kim, I told you I was going live at 9:45, and then you started running your mouth. Stop it. Okay, sorry guys, I'm back. Ooh, I'm blurry. Okay, so I've got to, which is nothing new for our crazy internet, but hang on just a minute. I have got to fix the YouTube side. Hello, hello, hello. Okay, jetting is fine. Everything is fine, fine, fine. Okay, I've got to put the date up here, and it is 6. If you come through here again, I'm gonna slap you. Okay, it's the 29th, isn't it? Or is it? Dash 22. All right, fixing the YouTube side. Come on in, guys. I'll be right with you. Should have had this done, but now I'm having a giveaway on 4th of July. It's going to be a handmade Afghan, and I'm going to have another giveaway after that, and it's going to be a rainbow blanket, kind of like a flag kind of a thing, a pride. And I saved it because every month is Pride Month in my book. So I'll show you that. I'll show that in a minute. Oh, my husband needs to be beat. I'm serious. Okay, guys, just a minute and I'll be with you and I'll drop the link. I've got to set this up. Should have had it done, but I don't. So that's the way it is. All right, let's see what's going on now. Okay, hello, hello, hello. How's everybody doing? Now, hello, feel like Cinderella. Nege, how are you? And I see 5 people. How's everybody doing? Come on in at your random if you want to. I see a lot of my awesome friends. Thank you, my friend. Angela, hello, and Froggy, hello. Please be kind and respectful to me and everyone in the chat, and please no cursing. Yes, we don't want no cursing. So if you're up late, come on over. I don't do many lives these days. Virtual hug, says Stephanie. I don't do many these days. But check out on my channel, have a live going. I mean, not a live, well, yeah, I have a live going. But I have a giveaway that I'm going to announce on the 4th of July, and it is worldwide. So we'll see if anybody comes in. I know it's late. It's early for some. It's daytime for some people, but nighttime here. Nighttime for me here in the U.S. of A. So if anybody's still up, come on in. Come on in and say hello. Oh, my hair's a total mess. I'll be here all night now. I'll be here for a while. I did schedule a live. The very night that I schedule a live, nobody comes over. Oh, well. It's okay. I know a lot of people are in bed. But I'm just going to sit here and crochet. Fix my clothes. And mess with my hair. Hope you guys can hear me. Let me make sure my volume is on. Can you hear me? Let me make sure I have the YouTube side turned down. can't tell. Can't tell. Yeah, it is. It's down. It's down. It's down. It's down. Make sure you watch the ads when you come in, please. I would appreciate it. Come on in if you're not doing anything. I'm here for a while. Thank you guys. Hi, Om. How are you? My international friends. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome in. Welcome in. I'm going to have to get those guys to get those ugly old jackets off my door there. But anyway, hope everybody's doing well. Hello, my darling friends. Oops. How's everybody doing? That's here. I'm going to have to go live more often because people never know I'm on. And it is late, so it's okay. Messaging a few folks. Lots of people I know go to bed early. Oops. Hi, Vanessa Jane. How are you, lovey? How are you? How are you? Hello, Shatika. Hello, darling. What is wrong with my pajamas? Which side do I need to pull my clothes on? Yes, just a minute, darling. Just to find it. I can't even talk. Gotta copy that, don't I? Everybody watch the language. Be kind to each other. There you go, Vanessa Jane. My darling, how are you? I'll drop the linky dink. I actually even scheduled a live. Can you believe it? Can't believe it. I did. She's down there waving. Hey girl, hey girl, how are you? No, I have to sing to you when you come up. What you doing?
Nothing much. Can't sleep.
You can't sleep?
No.
Bless your sweet heart. What time is it there?
If I told you Grannie B, you'd sort me out.
4 o'clock. 5 o'clock.
4 o'clock, Grannie B.
4 o'clock. That's the witching hour. 3, or is it 3 o'clock that's the witching hour or 4 o'clock? Ah,
3
the
o'clock.
witching hour. 3 o'clock in the morning. I think it's 3 to 4. 3, something like that. Well, I'll be up all night because I ate my lunch and then I did a few things and I did some housework and then I got in my chair and put out my blanket on and fell asleep and slept for like 3 hours.
Oh,
My old
wow.
carcass was tired. My old carcass was tired, I guess. I don't know.
Oh, yes.
So how would your
Um,
Yeah, what did you do?
I was just chilling yesterday. Done all my housework. So I
Chillaxing?
chilled. Oh,
Is is that a light? Is that a room with a light on behind you?
oh, that's my hallway.
Okay, I couldn't tell. I thought, well, hi, Tanky Boo. I sent you a message that I was live, Tank. I couldn't tell, but it looked really cool. I thought, is that a kind of looks like a lit up, like you have a. Now I see things differently than everybody. Kind of looks like you have a picture on the wall and you have like a lamp or something. Holy sticks! Huge thunderstorm. Lord God, inherited. You guys are having lots of storms out there. But I thought you had like like a painting or something. Now that's what it looks like to me. It looks like I can't see right. I just can't see right. That's that's your
No.
hallway. Gotcha. And
Oh,
here it says it's pouring rain
and you won't believe it, but it's so bright outside already.
already at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, if I pull my curtain,
Gets
yeah,
daylight early there,
right
doesn't it?
outside.
Uh, it gets daylight here about.
Oh,
Now my
it
husband
drives me
gets up at
literally like at 3 o'clock in the morning, and it's constant like bloody morning, and it's like morning, go away. No, I
I
don't
love it.
want to.
Yeah, we need rain too, Enid. Well, I hope you will get a nap later.
Well, it said
A nap or
oh, it said
something.
it's gonna rain yesterday, but then it rained literally for about 3 minutes, and then the sun came out.
Now, does it rain every day there?
Usually it does, yeah. It literally pours down.
'Cause that's what we Americans think. We think it rains every day in the UK. We just want to, but
Don't
that's what
come
we
to the
think.
UK unless you want to get rained on.
I love the rain. I love, I'm one of these. Now, don't get me wrong. I love the sunshine. Okay. I don't like rain in the summertime, and that's when we need it. But in the winter, I love wintertime, not so much for the weather anymore, but because I love it when it's cold outside and it's dark and gloomy in the house.
Yeah.
Some people are depressed when it's dark and gloomy, but not me. Now in the summertime, I don't like it. I don't like the rain.
Yeah.
I mean, we need it. I don't like it as much because, I like to sit out on my porch. But in the wintertime, I love because it's cozy and I can turn on my fake fireplace, get all warm and cozy. So I think I
Yeah,
would like it.
now it's too hot.
Some people have I can't talk. Light deprivation disorder, but not I.
Oh, I thought yesterday we had all of the action yesterday. Literally, I
Oh
had
no.
4 police cars, 2 ambulances, and 2 fire engines come past mine yesterday. And I stood there and now it won't me.
Was it in your? Was it? Who was it? Who were they coming for? Were they just in your neighborhood or?
Where I live, opposite me, is a turn off. So they go to
Mm-hmm.
that road, literally opposite me, and all of a sudden you hear shouting and like, oh, for God's sake, here we go again.
Oh no.
But yeah,
Gosh.
stuff was going on. Hi,
My husband
Ariel.
always told, like he had when I was real get sick or something, or one of the kids would get sick and we needed an ambulance. I would always say, tell them, like if he'd call, tell them to turn the sirens off. Do not, because it's not a real bad emergency. It's just that they need to go to the hospital, and we didn't have a car like sometimes. But tell them hi Samantha, to not turn the sirens on. Of course, they never listen because they're
Yeah.
supposed to. It's not like a die and live die. I mean, a couple times there's been some life, you know, serious stuff going on, but I try not to.
Oh, there's always something down here. Oh,
Gosh,
you don't need to buy the newspaper down here, people. Honestly, just look out the freaking window, you'll find it.
that's right.
Oh,
How you doing,
it's like
Samantha?
it's like they turn around and basically with our local council, they now have their own Wi-Fi too. Our local council does, and they were like, "Would you be interested in joining our broadband?" I said, "You could piss off. I'm happy with my own broadband company I've got. I ain't fucking budging."
Really?
And they go, "That's a way to put it." I went, "Well, you asked, so I'm telling you, fuck off."
I've been saying piss off. I've been saying piss off because all you people from the UK say it, and then my friend in Australia that she's a spirit. She goes and uses her spirit box, and she was at a grave, and the spirit came on the thing and said piss off, and I just started laughing my head off. So I told Colin, I said we went to the
Yeah,
cemetery the other day.
company piss off.
Hi, Miss Southern Belle. You want to come up? Anybody want to come up? Let me know, and I'll let you. I'll drop the link. But anyway, my friend, she's walking around the graveyard, and it just a spirit or whatever that came over the spirit just kept telling her to piss off though. So when me and Colin went to the cemetery day before yesterday, oh, was that yesterday we went? No, day before yesterday, maybe yesterday. I haven't got it on yet. I got to wait after my giveaway to put it on. I
Oh,
said
Granny
now,
B, where I'm sitting, right in there, above there is my loft, or what you guys call an attic.
a spirit.
Well, there's literally a loft where all like our stuff is, our other stuff is, right?
Oh God,
And
I'd
that
love to.
opens up by itself. It'll slam because I have a ghostie.
I want to see the ghost.
Yeah,
You,
usually when I'm on this camera, I'll see things like shoot by.
I kind of saw something a while ago. Now this is no joke. I thought I saw an orb shoot across up to the top of your head, but I didn't want to say anything. That's when I started thinking that maybe that might be a picture of something. The light in your hallway kind of to me looks kind of like a picture. And then when I said that, reason why I said that is because I swore I saw an orb. Don't mean to scare you, but behind your head.
Oh no, don't scare me. I'm used to it now. Hello, Orb. Hey,
Okay.
it's a friend.
Hello. That's good as long as the spirits are friendly. But yeah, I swear I did.
Yeah, you will. You'll see all sorts. Seriously.
Oh, that'd be awesome. I mean, maybe not so awesome. Well, first thing we can't be afraid. The dead people's not the ones we got to worry about. It's the people that are alive.
Plus, I got a good friend of mine coming down again to like bless the house. So
I have saw residual hauntings
maybe.
before. That
Did you hear that?
yeah. What was that? Is that a fart or was that a ghosty?
Listen, listen. My hands are here.
What is
That's my
that?
loft.
Oh my God!
That's my loft.
Was that's creepy? What is it?
I'm used to it. I'm used to it. Oh, yeah, unless you
Oh
want to get out, yeah, pay some rent. All right,
yeah.
40 pounds.
Don't live off me for free.
I'm used to it
Well,
now. This has been happening like literally since a kid. Apparently, I've got some sort of attachment to me. That attachment was broken about 4 years ago now. But I think it's
That's wild.
yeah. But it's not violent or do anything it should do. But every night I just say my blessings and that, and it just likes to make noise and cause havoc.
Well, when we went to
Actually,
the
I know what I'm
cemetery,
gonna do, baby. I'm gonna make a little sign this big.
yeah,
I'm gonna stick it in the loft and tell them I want £40 rent. I want gas, electric, and some food money.
oh, there you go. What is wrong with my phone?
That's it.
My
bang,
puppies. All right. Colin, you let your puppies out. Well, when we were, oh my God! Hey, are you going to come behind me naked? Put back your. Okay, hang on. Let me stop the camera a minute. Oh, my son acting like an idiot.
Bang. Oi,
There's
son.
Enid.
Be a good boy, man.
He's. Hey, girl. Colin, please. Oh, what you doing, Enid? He said, is it Enid or Enoch? That's what, when I said Enid's name, when I said your name, Enid, I said it's Enid. He said, is it Enid or Enoch? I'm like, it's
a
Enid.
dude's name, isn't it?
We have a friend from Africa named Enoch.
Oh, well, I'm not from Africa, so I don't have an African name. I mean, never mind. I'm excited because it's rain. Well, it might have stopped raining by now, but it was pouring, and we haven't had a nice rain like that, and I don't even know how long it's been, an eternity. And then that thunderstorm was epic. It was I went out to check the mailbox, and I was like, wow, that's a strong one. And so I decided to start recording it, and I caught some lightning on camera.
Yeah, those clouds were scary. Where did Nessa go? Nessa come back.
There was a time where I'd been terrified and hiding in the basement, but now I'm like, ooh, look at that, it's pretty. So,
oh yeah,
and the booms are kind of disturbing, but it's kind of fun because lately it's just been hot and dry. It was like 94 degrees and hot, sweaty, and horrible. So,
you guys
taking my grass cutter or have water splatters on them because I ran out to fold down the patio umbrella because the wind was. We're supposed to get like 55 mile-an-hour winds or something, so I didn't want it to go into the neighbor's yard. So it was pouring rain when I went out, and I got drenched. So I was ecstatic.
Well, yeah.
Those places don't rain all the time. So what?
I said, Miss Southern Belle said that. I said, I wonder where Nessa went, and she said the ghost got her. Come up, Belle. Well, whatever you guys get, we'll get. It blows right across to us,
Well, it's epic.
Comes right across.
It was crazy.
Comes right across Canada, and I mean Canada. Comes right across. Comes right across Kansas and gets us. Whatever you get in Colorado. But no, anyway, I was trying to tell about when we went to the cemetery yesterday. How was that, yesterday or the day before? Both. I don't even know. But we're in the cemetery and we heard, I'm scared. We heard that. And then we were talking and then something said, then we heard in a voice, because I think a spirit voice has like an echo to it. And something said, I like your hair. And went like, I like them loud. And then we heard 2 get outs. And so I'm really cool. But I'm not going to load it up. Hi, Emily. I'm not going to load it up until after this giveaway, the 4th. Okay, Emily. So, yeah, but it's good to see you, Enid, because you never come up and see me no more because you don't love me anymore. Make me want to cry.
Oh, my back.
But what happened? Yeah, she said, yeah. Hi, Emily. How are
I've
you?
been kind of miserable because I have back. I got my back problem diagnosed, so now I'm like, oh no. But soon I started PT, and hopefully that works. I'm concerned it
Yeah.
won't, but what can I do?
You just got to think positive. It'll be okay. What's up, Em?
I've been all right.
Did you get your? Weren't you having an inspection or a visit from or something? Your boyfriend was helping you clean.
They did
That's
a
pretty.
fire. They did a fire extinguisher. The fire things. The fire sprinklers. They did a fire sprinkler inspection, and I passed. As far as I know.
I got Coke Zero. Here comes that girl.
I got Sprite. I got Sprite.
Cheers.
Hey, that girl. What are you doing, Emily? Val, you're stuck. You're froze. Look at her.
I think
She's doing that.
I'm doing that, girl.
5 years old.
Oh, is that a C2C?
Nope.
That is very pretty.
I got a ghost. I got a ghost in here with me. Y'all want to see it?
Yes, I want to see a ghost.
Yeah, I want to see
I'm
it.
having some problems here.
Don't get too scared now. This is serious business.
Poncho. If I could get it to.
Oh, it's pretty.
Not.
Oh, that's for ghost.
But it's a poncho.
Oh,
But I've literally.
I know what that yarn is.
I think 5 years, and I think that's like meadow flowers or wildflowers
meadow flowers
or something. I don't think you can get it anymore. So
I have some, but
like that. I got a purple like that, like that. I've got a purple skein of that I got in a yard sale box, and it is the prettiest. It's so soft. That yarn.
You can get that off of. You can get it off Yarn Inspiration. Where'd you go, Val? Yeah, sure.
What's it called? Is it meadow flowers or meadow or?
I think it's meadow flowers. Is that from? That's from.
If I don't stop overeating, I'm gonna end up like that.
Star Wars, yeah. Jabba the Hutt.
Yoda. Jeez, I meant Jabba.
If I don't order those mystery bags, or if I don't order those mystery bags, I'm never ordering from online again. And let me explain why. Because I ordered something for my daughter, the yarn, and I'm not exaggerating to y'all, not even a month after she got it, it was dry rotted. The yarn.
Ew.
Not even a month.
Gross.
And it was just it would tear apart barely by touching it. It was horrible.
Was it Red Heart?
It was not Red Heart. It was
okay, Red Heart is hey KK. Red Heart is supposed to not.
It was that thin, bushy yarn. I'd have to show you, but I forgot where we got it from. But the guy I was dating at the time ordered it for us on his credit card, and I said, "Man, you should have canceled that." I tried to call the company, and I couldn't never get them on the phone.
You're not going to.
I tried
in the channel. Look down at the comments.
Hey, ladies, just stepped. What you do?
Scott, experience.
Scott, get your booty up here. Okay, there's KK. Come on, Scott. We got a spot.
Come on, Scott. Scott made a video for me.
Where's my video, Scott? My darling.
I know Scott's got to make a video for all.
Don't make a one for me. I don't want one.
Hi, Grannie B.
I want one.
I haven't crocheted in so long.
Scott.
Scott, come on up.
Scott, get up here even so I can flirt for. Let me show you. I made a pride blanket.
He said, I'm already in bed.
Oh, then come up.
I'm in bed.
Just
I know we're not in bed.
And stick it in front of your bed.
I'm in bed. I'm in bed. See,
we're not. Will you have?
I'll get in bed if it'll make you happy. I'll go to the bedroom and lay down.
Hey, there's nothing better than getting into bed when you're gay friends, because you can cuddle and there's no threat of them getting all Twitter pated.
And so, we can have bedroom talk.
Yes, pillow talk. Scott, I will show you. I'm going to have my next giveaway is going to be this beautiful pride flag blanket that I made. That's 4 by 5 feet. I didn't get it on this month because I want to do it for the next month, because I want to say it's always Pride Month. I'll show
I love you,
some of
Scott.
I love Scott too. I just want to cuddle with Scott.
You still
Have
haven't
no-
crocheted me a bird, Noni.
I could get
What,
lost.
Lovey?
You still haven't crocheted me
What?
a bird.
Would y'all like to see my new
Crochet-
car?
What?
Crocheting you a bird. I'll
Got a
get
new
you. I'll give it.
car.
I'll get you a bird to you. Scott.
Speaking of birds, something weird happened.
I
Oh,
got
Hot Wheels.
wheels.
The girls got Hot Wheels.
Oh, that's cool. Where did you get that? I love
I
Batman.
got this at
What
Dollar
one?
Tree. I think I got
Oh.
this at the Big Lots for $1.
Yeah, I'm old jelly.
You know, people
I
don't
love
want you to
Batman.
take them out of the box, but I'm a
Although
little
that,
different.
Oh, you can take it out of the. Okay.
I'm
Get ready.
tired of everything. They say,
Well,
that,
drum
man?
roll. Here comes.
it's got to come out.
Well, give a drum roll. She ain't listening to me.
Oh, it was like a Superman movie with Batman.
Hello.
I didn't like the
Hello,
Batman.
Scott.
Batman.
How are you?
Okay. How are you, ladies? Oh,
We're better
I'm
now
good.
that you're
God.
here.
Hi, gorgeous. How are
Oh,
you?
no, you're here.
Good. What are you guys talking about tonight?
Your
Men.
body,
Batman.
what you're like in bed, and all that.
Storms, birds, yarn,
All the best men have.
Should I lay ask for you, Scott?
diet soda. I
You
don't
like
know.
me backwards or forwards?
Come, Ryan. I see your naked carcass behind me. Hang on. Why do all the best smelling men have to be gay? I love my gay friends. Don't get me wrong, but you got. Why can't?
Well, there's some men that are bisexual.
I know, but I only like gay men.
Mine's not, gay or anything. He's doing great.
This is a Trans Am. No, this is Batman's car.
Cute.
It's a Batmobile.
Look at his bed.
I like
Scott,
the
can I
Batman in
go
that
to
You know he's
that
inside there,
movie.
laying down.
Yeah,
Oh
I'm in
my
bed
God,
already.
you wouldn't believe what he's
I
doing.
don't like
Headboard.
Ben Affleck as
What,
Batman.
what kind is your
It's too
headboard?
dark.
What is it?
I don't know.
That's beautiful.
Is
like
it
a
an oak
carved
or
headboard.
is it
You can see it.
walnut?
Looks like walnuts.
Looks like oak.
Yeah, I think
Can
it
you
is.
use
walnut.
handcuffs in that room?
Walnut? Okay.
What'd you say,
Belle,
Miss
you
Bell?
can say your stuff.
But I would tell you, there's something crazy about this Batmobile. There's something down in there, some white stuff.
It's guano.
It might be somebody's tooth.
He didn't clean up.
Scott, you cracked me up that video you made.
Did you
Oh,
like
that's
it?
pretty. Yes, because
I
you're
love
so
that video.
serious.
That was
He's so
just for
serious. And his
What
voice
is his
so
channel
monotone.
name?
It was awesome.
Oh, thank you.
What's your channel name, Scott?
The Scott Gold Experience.
Scott is a total class too.
This crazy
Scott is
friend of mine
classy.
sent me this.
What is that?
That's the
Don't you dare open those. Don't you dare open any of
I'm
those.
going to open it.
You open.
You have
Oh
to
my
do
God!
the same
You
thing,
just
Belle.
wasted. You just wasted like $75 for that.
I'm going to open
Okay,
it and
so,
show
come
it.
back, you
I
boo.
gotta go. Bye.
Oh,
Is she leaving me? KK,
no.
KK.
Wasted $75 by opening that, she said.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to waste it.
Hey, you
I
got
had
a
to
bonus
hard
guy
go-
too.
3 comments on my video because
It's
it's imperative
It
that
doesn't
we
say do
recognize
not
that
open.
people take the time to
you can
comment.
open it as long as you keep the box. I talk to people about
I gotta
these things.
show
You know,
Scott
my
what I mean.
channel's an epic fail.
Yeah.
Even when I accidentally make a short and it gets 800 views, nobody subscribes. It's hilarious to me. Like, oh god, no. So, whatever.
Now this doesn't have the Pride purple. I had 3 boxes that I donated.
It's still in the box
Pride,
now.
Pride event, the Pride or local Pride event, but I don't use the Pride purple because I changed up the blue and the purple a little bit.
Oh, wow. That's beautiful.
I know I'm going to send it to you. Anyway, And you
That's
can
so pretty.
Oh, that's so sweet.
and you can wrap it around your little sweet carcass and dream of Granny B.
Aw. That's beautiful.
Now this is the black. Let me show you. Around the edge is like a sparkly thing.
Yeah.
I made a scallop, but it's soft. But that part is a little itchy. But see, let me hold it up.
Is
See
that
what I'm
your
saying?
Make sure you put wash instructions in there, Granny B.
Yes.
I love it. It's so nice.
See the last two. See, I don't do the regular Pride, the dark blue and the dark purple. It's hard to tell the difference between the two.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. That's wonderful.
It's
You're
4 by
very
5.
talented.
Maybe it's not 4. No, it's not.
Yeah,
4 feet.
no need a boss level hooker.
It's it's about 5 feet long. Watch. Doom, 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 doom.
Oh my
You
God.
can wrap it around your shoulders.
More
How
like
long
6
does
feet.
it take you to make something like that? That has to be a lot.
Not
of
very
time.
long at all.
Really?
See, she's lucky. She takes and she'll do it for constant. Me, I'll sit there. I'll crochet
2
for about
days.
an hour
I
or
always
two.
crochet at nighttime. I do my stuff during the day. But
I do too,
if
but I'm not as
Ron,
fast as you. I'm not as fast as some of these hookers out here. I'm like really, really slow at it.
now when Scott goes live, he has to drape this over his bed top and say, "Come on over, boys."
Oh, okay. I'll wrap it around his waistline.
It's really soft. But if Ron's little cute butt would have come in here, he'd be getting one too. Now I will have to make Ron one.
Yeah, Ron's jealous now.
He's
Ron will
always
be
jealous.
jealous, blue-eyed Ron.
Ron knows I love him.
You know,
Yes,
How's your daughter
you know
doing?
on the TikTok video,
what,
you know,
sweetheart?
I can make myself look like anything. So I went into one of the guys and
I also
changed
have one of these
my eyes
girls.
and everything.
Granny B,
It's pretty
how's
crazy.
your daughter doing? The one you call your daughter. The one you call your daughter that's normally in the chat.
That was in chat?
I'm trying to think of what her name is. Her dad just passed away.
Stephanie.
Stephanie, that's it.
I've washed
Does
it.
it smell by Steph?
It still smells so good.
Oh,
how is she doing?
You got your address in your about page?
No, I don't.
You don't have to take it if you don't want it.
I love it. I love it.
I know you love it.
Address.
Yeah, thank you.
You're gonna get it whether you want it or not. And I'm so happy Scott's here. I'll ignore you girls when my boys come in because I love me boys. But anyway, yes.
I'll email you.
Yes, email me. You got my email, Shug? It's in my about page.
Okay. I'll take a look tomorrow.
I'm trying not to snag it because I got a snarly fingernail.
Okay.
I cut my fingernail on my razor. I actually shaved my legs today, girls, just because I knew Scott would come up on my live.
Okay, KK says she's never talking to me.
Oh no.
Why?
Because I took that thing out of the box.
But you can put it back, or you didn't rip the box, right?
The box was ripped when I got it.
Oh.
Well, that's why you.
That's okay.
That's why you got to buy. I got to throw in an end to this.
I mean,
Even
That
I got to show
doesn't
you.
say here it must keep in the box or it won't be worth a certain amount of money.
Let me show you something. I gotta showing it something too. Didn't mean to ignore you. Oh, I just got so excited when
Everybody
Scott
ignores
from
me
Pop-Up Issues.
or talks over me.
No.
Even my cat talks over me.
See, Enid? That's that yarn that you
Oh,
made
wow,
that after
cool.
with. I've got it in an octagon.
Cool.
How did you learn all this? How did did you just
Because I'm
pick it
old.
up over the years?
Because
Did
I'm
you go to
old.
Classes?
No.
Now, why did you start yarning, Nani Mae?
Well, when I was 12, I learned to knit when I was 6, and when I was 12, my aunt taught me how to do all the stitches to crochet, and then she just left me alone, so I just had to figure stuff out.
Yeah.
And back then we couldn't afford to buy patterns because they were 25 cents, and I only got 30 cents a week for inheritance. For allowance.
Yeah.
So, just years of doing stuff. But
wasn't yarn a lot cheaper back then?
Yeah, when I started crocheting when I was 6, my mother gave me $1. My next door neighbor, she went to knitting classes, and so she taught the whole neighborhood how to crochet. All the little girls. We had 2 little boys but we just sat around and she taught us to knit. So I knitted first, and then when I was 12, my aunt came down she would come down every summer from Oregon. But back when I was a little girl, kids were seen. They were not supposed to talk and be heard. So one day I finally got my nerve up and said, Aunt Jessie, will you teach me how to crochet? And she said, honey, why didn't you say earlier? I said, because Mom would slap me if I talk, But she taught me to crochet. But anyway, my mom, when I would learn to knit, my mom gave me $1, and she said, okay, that'll get you some yarn, and that'll, of course, $1, thought that we were rich. That'll learn you, and you will be able to get yarn and knitting needles. So I got a skein of spring green yarn. Never forget it. I still got the first knitting needles I've ever had. And it cost me 97 cents for a skein of yarn and knitting needles.
Wow.
Now try that now. You can even get it that cheap at the Salvation Army or the Goodwill.
Yeah.
So I'm giving my age away big time.
Back when I was a kid, I was able to get a whole bunch of crochet needles. This lady had passed away, and it was an estate sale, and I didn't understand what an estate sale was. And I got a whole bunch of them. I'm talking a whole cup full of them. I wish I still had them, but I don't. Back lost them over the years, and man,
Are they worth a lot of money or something?
They were the old metal ones, the original silver ones that they had back in the day. And it was
Honey, I've got one made out of
5 or 6 sets of them in a cup.
I've got one made out of copper. I don't know if it's copper or brass. It says on there. It says French 1845.
And I got them for $5 for the cup of them. I got them for $5, and it was cheap because that's the original ones. You can't buy them no more.
My great granny was a hooker, and also I forget. I get confused because I had a great aunt that was also played with yarn, so I get confused about who did what. But she had crochet hooks and stuff, and when she passed away, one of my aunts is the golden child, if you know what that is like, and so she got my great grandma's
golden child
hooks and all that stuff, but she doesn't crochet at all. And I think it's weird because I just think it's weird, but I'll never see them. I don't talk to her. Oh man, it's complicated. But no, I don't talk to any of those people anymore. I'd rather clean toilets with my tongue. That's about.
That's bad.
Oh, no thanks.
Yeah, pot liquor. Yep, it want to be a pot liquor. A pot liquor. I know.
I tried, but yeah, that's not gonna work.
Come on up.
Well, ladies, I have to get off to bed. I got to be up at 5 a.m.
That bed of yours is absolutely gorgeous. That is kind of like goth.
It's way better than my IKEA bed.
It's great talking to you all.
Email me, Scott, so I can send you this beautiful blanket to wrap around your shoulders, lovey.
All right, doll.
Almost everything in this room is from IKEA. It's hilarious. Those shelves are not from IKEA. They're from Target or something. Way back in the day. So
I love that man. He's still here, and I'm up there saying, I love that man. He is a beautiful man.
I love that man.
Scott is a sweetheart. He is one beautiful man. How come all the most beautiful guys got to be gay? Of course, I don't want a man.
Have you heard from Stephanie lately?
I just messaged her and told her I was going to go live, and she said she was going to be in the chat.
Hello, Mimi.
Okay, Stephanie. If you're in the Stephanie, it's good seeing you. If you're in the live.
Allergic to metal, Becky? I didn't start crocheting until I think 2013. I started knitting No, I think I started knitting in 2009 and crocheting in 2011. Or I have that slightly wrong. I was in my 30s, so Beth in Text 1 taught me how to crochet. I made my first granny square because of her channel. So I'm always hollering at her to make more videos because, like, and this is like a long time ago, but her videos for like how to crochet a granny square are amazing because she just zoomed right in and went really slow, and the way she described the process made it make sense because I had been knitting for a couple of years, so I hold the yarn when I knit with my left hand, like my left finger, whatever, and so crochet was easy because I just did the same thing. I just tensioned it the same way, and that was pretty much the end of that. So
yeah, I've been doing it for every day. I just noticed I actually
Kathy's not up here.
Stitch on this. Actually skipped the stitch on this one.
Is your name Kathy in Heritage Stitches?
No, she's Enid. She's Enid.
Okay.
I'm not Kathy.
Kathy's exit the building.
Enid's my middle name, but that's all I'm going to say about that.
Mimi is Kathy. Can you guys tell this? Okay, I don't know if you can tell. I actually skipped a stitch right there. Hope Scott doesn't notice.
You can tell it barely.
How would I be able to fix that? I have to weave it in when I actually skipped a stitch. Oh, maybe he won't notice it. Oh well. I made 3 of these. It's so soft. And I washed it. It's Red Heart yarn. But if you wash it, don't dry it all the way, just like 5-10 minutes. And then but use fabric softener. That's what made it so soft. I mean,
I thought you weren't supposed to use fabric softener on that stuff.
I use it. I don't care. I put it in. I always put it in my a lot of people say not to do it. I always use it with Red Heart. Always have, and it is so
killed the acrylic. Have
you what?
Ever done that?
Done
have
what?
You killed the acrylic?
Nope.
I learned about that. Darn it! I learned that from the internet years ago. That you can like wash it in hot water and throw it in the dryer for a minute or something, and it kills the acrylic, so it's not like scratchy or stiff or.
Well, I did put it in. I washed it in cold water on the gentle cycle.
Can you prevent things from dry rotting? Can you prevent the yarn from dry rotting?
Red Heart's supposed to not dry rot.
I'm a little
Red Heart's supposed to be
how that would even happen because it's plastic. It's not. I mean, like
yeah,
I see wool or cotton is degrading, but plastic, it's eternal.
I'll tell you why it dry rotted. If you got it and it dry rotted within, it was probably in that plastic a long time.
This was
at the dry cleaners, and if air don't get to your clothes, let's say you got a dress in your closet right now and it's in plastic from the dry cleaners. You've had it in there for a year. It's going to dry.
This blanket, the one I'm giving away for 4th of July. I'm not real fond of our flag's colors, red, white, and blue. I'm not.
Okay, listen. But if you don't let oxygen get to your clothes, it will dry rot.
So, I can't be bothered. I never win anything, so I'm like, yeah, whatever. I'll let someone else.
I don't know.
Whoa, that's a whole.
I don't really think it. It's not that I care if I
bought it at a yard sale.
Wow.
You know how to preserve your clothes to keep them from dry rotting, like your wedding dress? You take them to the dry cleaners and they dry clean your dress and they put it in a box and they seal it and you just hang it up on the wall or something. I used to do that. I used to work at a dry cleaners, and the women that get married, they want to preserve their dress so they can.
Then when they got divorced,
or something to their daughter.
Yeah, they don't put them in plastic. Hello, Ka, my darling.
They put something else, but they use a chemical on it so it won't dry rot.
Okay.
Well, I am.
So their children can enjoy
my wedding dress. I threw my wedding dress at my husband.
Giant sleeves and the remember the wedding dresses from the 80s with the huge.
Whoa!
I've seen some
pictures.
Wow.
They dry clean it and then they put it in a case, and hang it up. Yeah.
I bought for $2 at a yard sale. It's a very nice thick crocheted blanket. It was a granny square, and it's got 2 holes in it. There's one right there and one right here.
you can
I just washed it, dried it, and they say not to dry it, but I dry it every time. I've dried most crochet.
Oh, I have some that I dry. Now, if you want to melt the fibers a little bit and make something really, really soft, I did these.
But this made it so soft when I was done, it wasn't funny. And I used it just to cover up with because I don't know how to fix it. I've never fixed like crochet before. It's got like 3 or 4 holes in it, but it's
those
like
holes are really big. I would struggle to.
That's pretty cool, though.
like cover up with
Not
when I'm in bed.
Did you fix the hole in it?
No, I haven't fixed the hole in it. I need to, but I know you can repair them.
Oh, it'll be okay if you dry it. It'll kind of melt the fibers. Hello, Arlene, my darling. Drop your link. Mimi, my darling, you should
I'll fix it eventually, but
I didn't see you. We were talking.
Granny, I'm trying to get like a few more people for 10 more people for Esme Angie. Can I put up a link?
Yes.
Want to see what I got for tea? Dun, dun, dun.
I'm gonna put up a short video because I know her videos can be
Mechanical
long.
pencils.
Thank you.
Are they wood?
They're
pencil?
So they can work. They're Pentel.
Got a pencil?
She's got 4.09. She gets 500.
They were like 50% off on Amazon or something. So about $6 for a pack of 2. And they're amazing. Like people who do drafting or like woodworking.
Arlene, my darling, drop your link. Oh, you didn't.
I like to mark off patterns and stuff with pencil because then if you make a mistake, you can just erase it. So the erasers and the top.
Oh, another good thing I've learned with doing patterns. Another good thing I've learned with doing patterns, once you finish the pattern and you're marking it off as you go, like copy the one that you wrote out. That you wrote.
I don't do patterns. I got tons of patterns.
Copy it like on a copier at your house, and that way you can just mark it off, and then when you're done, you can just throw that away if you want.
Oh, like a working copy? You know what you mean?
Did you ever send me your address?
If you're working on your own
crochet patterns, I just load in Knit Companion from PDF. But once in a while, I have something on paper. And
I'm saying
like a cross stitch, and some of those are on paper, so I'll use that.
So I'm saying if you want to, you know how you mark it normally as you go. If you're doing it on paper, just make 2 copies and keep 1 copy that you recopy, and the other copy just tear it up or shred it or whatever.
I'm too nervous to follow patterns.
As you go, like do like 1 line down each way, and then do it sideways if you're going to do it again, and then do it crossways, and then do it crossways, and then you're done with it. Like reuse it a couple of times.
You guys subscribe to Esme Angie and watch that short video.
Yeah, subscribe to Angie. She's trying to get her. Hey,
just so she can shout us all out.
Ina, did you send me your address?
You can unsubscribe from me and subscribe to her.
Let me check my email.
I'm fine with that.
Do you want those knitting needles from the Dollar Tree?
Yes.
Do you want the ones? Do you want the ones with the corded ones, with the bamboo ones?
Sure.
Because I ain't knitting no more. I'm done with knitting. Knitting makes me a freaking nervous wreck. I will be shaking
it now.
I've always knitted, but I'm just not going to knit. Well, I crochet and knit, but I'm just saying I don't knit as much as I crochet. Knitting's too slow for me, and plus it makes me a nervous wreck, and makes me a freaking nervous wreck. I knitted a pair of baby booties for my nephew that's supposed to be here, my great nephew, by July 5th.
Becky, thank you for coming by.
Becky Boo, I love you. And I was shaking all over by the time when things finished.
Let me see the chat. Let me see the chat.
Tomorrow I've got to bake. I got to bake crochet hooks. Polymer handled crochet hooks.
How many do you make a day?
Way back in January, I emailed you.
How many
never
do you make a day?
What? Don't do it on email because I hardly ever check my email. I have like 350. Do it on Messenger. or on the phone number.
Let's check.
Because I'll never get an email. Hello, Giovanna from Croatia, my friend. How are you, darling?
Hello, Giovanna.
Check out my friends, international friends, especially Arlene. She is such a sweet lady. And she does.
Michelle Eipler. I think I said it right.
As well as beautiful videos. And I'm sitting here making the biggest mess with this thing. Oh, here's my bag. I was going to show you my bag I made, Enid.
Oh, do you want me to wait? Do you want me to text you or fake book message?
Fake book me. This is my new tote I made. It's all single crochet. I made that in 2 days, but I love it. It's huge. You didn't see my bag, darling?
Pretty. Did you make that?
What?
Yep.
That's amazing.
I like the colors.
My tote.
Do you fill it with your crochet projects? Because that's like Inception.
Do what?
Start that, yeah.
Make a crochet bag with your crochet stuff.
That was a pain in the arse. That's all single crochet. And those handles, that was pain in the arse.
I don't see why you didn't do it with thick yarn. The bag.
Do what?
I don't see. Did you do that with thick yarn or thin yarn?
No, it's two strands of It's 2 strands of yarn.
I'm surprised you didn't do one thin, one thick.
No, I don't. I did it with 2 strands of. One strand was zebra stripe, and then the other one was just not pretty in pink. I'm also making me a purse. I'm going to make me a little purse like it, but smaller. I'm working on that. And then I'm going to line it with this.
Don't show my deets on the video, please. I sent
and I made that thing. I made that 2 strand with an H hook. And so you can tell how tightly it's woven. 2 strands, 4-ply yarn. That's 8-ply with a size H hook. So you can tell how that's a very, very fine, very fine.
Yeah, I got a question, Grannie B. When you start at the bottom, when you start the bottom bag, the bottom part of the bag, how do you just go to the back? You just flip it over, or kind of like do a horseshoe, kind of, and then
what I did is on this bag I made a chain of 50, and then when I got to the end of
everybody, where's Brenda and them tonight? Sorry,
Brenda Morgan. I don't know.
Yeah, and Brenda Land and all the other people.
I talked to Brenda about 7 something. She's not feeling real good. She's not sick. She's just
creatively crochet is on. I know that.
Yeah, she is. But anyway, I chained 50, Emily, and then in the end. Do what, sweetie?
Is this triggering to anyone?
Do what? I can't hear you.
Is this triggering this mess?
No, I'm not triggered, but
the stitches. Like, what is the price on the Canadian yarn where you live?
I don't live in Canada anymore.
You don't live
in Colorado.
There's no more Zellers, so it's been Target destroyed Zellers, and then Target destroyed itself.
So you live in Colorado. What's the prices there?
I haven't bought yarn in a brick and mortar in a while because I
did
a practical mistake, and we switched where we get our grocery delivery from, and they don't have yarn in the store that we switched from, and I'm like, oh, that's stupid.
So how do you feel about your move? I mean, how do you feel about living in the United States?
I prefer. Somebody's knocking. I prefer it here. All things considered.
If you're gonna buy yarn, just a suggestion of Heritage Stitches. I don't know how you feel about this, but there's a thing Bag O' Day puts it on when they have it. He has something called mystery bags they have in the United States.
How much are those?
I watch Bag O' Day sometimes.
And they're like $4 or $5 for a bag. That's what they used to be. I don't know how much they do it during the seasons, and they'll do
What
like
is this
surprise.
place called?
I can't think of the name of it. I ordered from it, and I got a big box of mystery ones one year, and
Who do you
it was
order it
all right.
from?
Was it
Who do
good?
you order?
It was I can't think of the name of it, but
Was
they
it
have.
Walmart's?
It wasn't Walmart. It was like one of the yarn companies. I think it was
Oh,
Yarn Creation or something. It was one
Like
of them.
Was it like the red yarn or something?
You got all kinds of colors. I got mainly baby soft
I
yarn.
noticed that Bag of Day doesn't have those thumb
Mystery
drives
bag.
with all the patterns anymore. And
Oh, I
couldn't
already
find
have
any
that.
information about them. What?
I already got that. I got that
Oh,
when
Now
she.
it's going to be easy to
I never
send
got it. I was
inherit
going to
stitches
see
and
if I get it,
stuff.
but it's gone. So
Well,
Yeah,
I'd
they just
email
make
her and
them
see if
or
she
something.
can. I'd
Hey,
email her
Brenda.
and see if she has more of
Hey,
them because I'm sure
Kenneth.
she does.
Hey, everybody, I was going to tell Brenda, I tried to, Mom, I tried to ask Brenda if she could, like, help us till, like, Friday,
Weird,
because we wanted to try to get, like, a pizza until Friday, you know, until we get paid to pay back, and she couldn't help us.
Who's that?
Brenda Morgan, and I didn't know who else to ask, you know, until we get our check to pay back. We be paid back Friday. We get paid.
What are you needing now?
I was trying to get me and Deborah a pizza to do us for 2 days to eat on.
You ain't got no food?
We got a little bit, but I was trying to help us out and, you know, help me and her out.
Oh.
So we got money I would pay back if I had something that could help us. I asked my brother and he wouldn't help us.
What about food banks and churches?
Huh? So, I didn't know who to ask, you know, Southern Bell or anybody, because nobody would be able to help until we, you know, pay them back.
But if you have a church, you can go there and eat there.
I don't know. I would, what I'd done is somebody could help. If they did, I'd pay them back, sending money to them.
I don't have any PayPal.
I wish I did. I don't either.
How do you do it? Do you want it? Do
I
you?
helped somebody this month
If I had
already.
PayPal, I would probably.
I ended up helping somebody because I got my check early because I get my check on a one of those cards that you get it 2 days early, and I helped somebody already this month. I wish I could. I'd already done
I'll
it.
tell you, I'm worried about it. No, I'm not. I don't know if I'm worried. I'll
You
tell
know
you
what? I tell you the truth. I have been in a pickle. I needed money, and I went to a Catholic church, and they have food at this little area, and I got a couple cans of food one time, and they'll
got
give
some
you
food,
whatever you
thank you.
need.
We don't even buy groceries. We have a lot of we haven't even been buying now we bought up the last time we bought was about a month and a half, about 7 weeks ago, 8 weeks ago. They went to the grocery store and Kim and Colin pushing on canned foods, and we have a garden and I put stuff up now.
We're gonna go to community action. We're gonna try to. I'm trying to get my proof. We're gonna go to a community action and try to get, you know, my proof of what we get, you know, before I could go to community action. You know,
Well, you
food
could
bank.
get food stamps if you wanted to.
Yeah, don't
All
you
right,
guys don't you have
can I
food
come
stamps?
back on? My voice is low on here. It's low. I don't know what's wrong with this. I'll be
We
right
can
back.
hear you
Sorry.
perfect.
We can hear you.
Yeah, do they? They might have food stamps. I hope they have food stamps. I mean, they're both on disability. They should get food
I'm on
stamps.
You ought to be
disability,
able
and
to
I don't
go
get
to
food
a
stamps, and I'm on
church and
disability.
tell them their
Granny B.
situation, and they will help them.
I qualify for food stamps, but every time I try and apply, I'm missing something. I'm missing something this time too. And it seems like I can never get on it because when you're missing one little thing, you just can't get on it.
Now,
Well, I don't have
is your
PayPal.
son
I
still
don't-
living with you?
No, my son moved out. He moved out over a couple months ago.
Yeah, because it's virtually impossible to get food stamps just for one person in a household.
Well,
They'll
I I actually qualify by myself, believe it or not. But every time I try and apply, I'm missing something, and it seems like this time I was missing something. And my sister,
we are considered way below poverty level. My husband works at Walmart, and way below poverty level. And but Kim makes, this is so stupid. We tried to get them. We did it. We did everything we could. $50 much.
Did you know that they've redone the qualifications since COVID?
Oh, I know. That's what we applied, and they still told us that we're $50. Makes $50 too much to get it.
I'd talk to his work. I'd say, hey, he can't work such and such. He can only work so many hours.
Well, they know because they check into it. But it's insane. But we only buy groceries about every 2 months, and Kim, when they do, they buy. But nowadays, like Kim said, from Walmart, they're telling them. He said, you wouldn't believe the shelves, what they look like, and they've been having these meetings. They have to have They have meetings all the time, and he says that whatever the government's telling us, it's horrible. He'll get mad at me if I tell us. He said, you don't need to be telling people, but it is so much worse than what we know. And the prices are so high, and everybody's blaming it on the current president and everything. Well, it's not his fault. I mean, I'm sure he's trying to do the best he can. I hope, but COVID did it, and the war in the Ukraine. But Walmart, like Kim said, they're telling them at Walmart, they're not going to have the stuff on the. They're not going to have stuff on the shelves.
Well, at our Walmarts, they have all those shipping things. Does your Walmarts have them around yours?
Shipping containers?
Those like shipping hubs. Those all those shipping hubs. Our Walmarts has them around theirs.
I don't know for sure what's going on, but he told me their last meeting, they told them that the Walmart's not going to carry a bunch of stuff that people need because they can't. I can't hardly believe Walmart can't afford, to purchase the stuff, but it's all real complicated.
I think, to be honest with you, I think Walmart should quit carrying junk, like food, candy, and stuff like that.
In the chat.
Then we can all lose weight.
Oh, we're going to lose weight. Things keep going the way
when we find somewhere else that would sell it, or they'd buy it online.
I'm just saying, Walmart should carry like clothing, medicine, the stuff that
like 2020. And we're going to have to use all of my internet powers to seek out sources for stuff. It was interesting because we
think that's what's wrong with the
for
world.
Prime, and so we get like, I call it whole paycheck. It's like the inside joke for Whole Foods, the whole paycheck. But actually, their food's really good. We get stuff delivered, and it would be like wrapped in paper, like the meat and stuff, like a real butcher. And the quality was really nice. I was pretty impressed, but it was a pain in the hiney to, like, I didn't eat ice cream for a whole year because it was so hard to get it, and I didn't want my children to suffer and not be able to have any ice cream. So,
you can make your own ice cream
because we couldn't get any ice cream. It was or any toilet paper. It was horrible.
Well, let me tell you what's really impossible right now. We have a big, huge garden. Okay, the stuff that it takes to can is off the chain. It is so freaking expensive. I'm not going to be able to can pickles and stuff this year. Can't afford it. It's went up so much. They don't have it.
Freeze some things like, because I tried to make like chili and spaghetti sauce and then bag it up and freeze it. That's my claim to fame.
Thank God, Mom.
In the Bible it says, "Don't be freezing and don't be eating. Don't be getting what you're not needing at the time, because it will rot." That's what is written in the Bible. When you buy something, and it gets freezer burn, or when you leave your bread out, it molds up. Don't get lots of loaves. Don't freeze it. Just eat.
Nope. We go through bread like crazy because our kids are home from summer break. So like we go through bread like crazy. It's not so as we
Yeah.
use it to. And,
Y'all have an Aldi store there?
Yeah, we have
we
all
don't have
these.
too much, but
Inherited Stitches.
I'm
Do y'all have an
afraid.
Aldi
Like I'm
store
scared
there?
that we're not going to be able to get bread and milk and cheese
Do
and.
y'all have?
I mean,
Do y'all have
Local
an
bread
Aldi
for
store
50
there?
cents.
We're not
Inherited
gonna.
Stitches. Do y'all have a Aldi store there?
No.
I do, but I won't go to mine because it's not.
Y'all have a Sam's Club
we
or a
have
Costco?
We
But
have
that's James.
Costco. And we have like a membership where like a Costco
Yeah, we have
membership.
those too.
I
The
hate to
gas
say
is
it, but
so
go to
expensive
Costco.
now
They
that
have
we've cut back.
they,
We're going to
they
Costco
have
once a month
they
because it's
have
so
bread
far away.
there. They
What?
have bread at Costco. You can get
Yeah, that's
bread
where
for
we
like
usually get it. We're only
$3.58
going to
for
Costco once a
$2.
month. Yeah, we're only going there once a month because the gas is so expensive.
Well, then
So,
if you have a freezer, freeze it.
yeah, no, we do.
We have.
There's always a loaf out
Have
on the
to.
counter, and then we've bread in the
Oh,
freezer
no.
because
Hey,
we have a
Angie.
deep
Come
freezer,
on
and
up,
you gotta keep a deep freezer full.
Hey,
It's
it's
more
me, Angie.
efficient.
How you doing? There's
It's
our
full,
angel
so-
girl. Come
Now
on,
we don't
Miss
buy
Angie.
bread. We don't buy bread up. We don't buy it up ahead. We just buy one loaf at a time or whatever.
Well, now
But,
let me tell you, I bought a loaf of
Technically, I
bread at
can
that
make
German
bread.
store
I've
for
done it
50
a lot.
cents.
So, push comes to shove, I can make bread. I use an Amish recipe I found online. It's really easy. I used to make it all the time, but I just don't.
Is it a mix?
What?
Is the Amish bread a mix?
No, it's a recipe. So it's like white flour, yeast. A long time ago, I had a friend who taught me how to proof yeast. So I always do that. I proof it to make sure it's like.
I make
has
bread in a
action.
plastic bag. I make bread in a Ziploc bag. Let me tell you how
I
to do
made
it.
bread
Oh,
before.
Vanessa, my darling, thank you.
I
Was
made
that
bread in
Hey,
Ziploc,
Angie.
Granny B.
Put the link up because it's me, Angie, can come up, please.
But,
Granny
like,
B, how do you make
I dropped it.
in
Granny B, how do you
2020,
make
like,
bread in a Ziploc?
it was weird
I'd
because
love
we
to
had
hear that.
money to buy groceries, but there wasn't any to buy. It was a paradox. I thought, there could be a
Oh,
situation
Vanessa, I
where
love
we
you.
can afford
Thank
to buy
you,
groceries.
darling.
That's a thing. But to be able to buy it, but there isn't any to buy was just bizarre.
She said
Like,
she'll
we
be
went to
up in a
3 different
second,
stores and
Granny.
the shelves were just empty. It was nuts. And so
Well, here's how I make bread in a Ziploc bag.
bits and pieces, and like I was compulsively checking the deep freezer to see how much was in there and how many meals we could make from it. Like I was losing my mind. And my husband was actually very anxious, and he's usually not anxious at all.
Inherited Stitches.
Sweating
Do you
bullets.
ever take like cornmeal mix?
Hello, everyone. Hello, Lovey. What happened?
Like freeze dried eggs or something. I don't.
You know, like take cornmeal mix and mix it with
freeze dried potatoes and canned beans.
and frying pan.
Granny B,
Canned
Granny B,
tomatoes,
Yeah.
canned beans, and
can you just tell me on Messenger how to make it when you get a chance?
Yeah, I will. But I'll tell everybody here too. What I do is
do
I
you want
take.
me to what's your fake book, Emily? Do we know each
My
other on?
Facebook is Emily Gross with a black dress from Mobile, Alabama. But I have long
Mine is the same as this name,
hair.
so I can search up the Amish bread recipe if you'd like.
That
It's
lady didn't get a
dead.
chance to say what it was.
You just need like sugar, salt, water, like white flour, I think, and like a pack of yeast or something, and you just have to learn how to knead the bread or the
Yeah.
dough,
I know how to knead bread.
which is actually fun.
I don't like kneading the bread. I've
How
done
long
it.
do you put it in the fridge after you make it? After you add the yeast?
Well, I would proof it to make sure it's has action, and then, from what I remember, you get warm water and you only heat it to a certain temperature. Put a little sugar in there and dump the yeast in it and get it all, and then you would add the flour and stuff. But when you knead the bread, you have to add a lot of flour to it. You don't want it to be wet or sticky. It's been a while since I've done it, and then to get the gluten going, and then you would like butter a bowl and
Hey, you got it's me, Angie. Hey, girl, how you doing?
like a warm towel. Let it rise and punch it down, and then let it rise again.
Just forward it to Nani Mae and she can forward it to me. because I've got to get off here. But I love the recipe.
What are y'all
I've also
cooking?
tried to make baguettes and
I'll
like
make some yeast
Well, I'll
bread.
tell y'all how to make bread in a Ziploc bag. You got to get the biggest Ziploc bag.
Isn't
Bag?
that called monkey bread?
No. What you do is you take 2 cups of lukewarm water. Okay. You get the biggest Ziploc bag you can find. Roll your Ziploc bag down, kind of set it in a bowl. Let me grab this one and show you. What I do is take a Ziploc bag. I always have Ziploc. See, I have everything handy when I need it. This is because I got to put somebody's giveaway. I take the bag, but I take the hugest one I find. I kind of roll it down like this, and then I set it in a bowl. Then I take 2 cups of lukewarm water and dump it in there. Then I take a teaspoon of salt, dump it in there. Then I take 2 teaspoons of sugar, dump it in there. Then I take, forget how much yeast I use.
I'm sorry, I've got to go. I apologize.
Okay, darling, I'll write this down in Messenger. Then I throw the yeast in there. Then I throw the flour in there. Okay. Then I lift it back up, pull it up, and then I use the really big bag, and I Ziploc it. Whoopsie-doo. And then I just kind of do this and kind of mix the bread up like that. Okay. Just kind of squeeze the bag and mix the bread. Then I lay it out flat on a board. And then I take a warm towel. Like, you can get it warm with water, or you can just have it warm from being warm. Stick it up your butt. I don't know. Just a warm towel.
Get up your butt.
Lay that over that bag and leave it on there for an hour.
Put on it.
And then that bread's going to raise inside that bag. Okay. Then in an hour it's going to raise. Well, then you push it all down.
I'm gonna put it in the bedroom with me then.
Yeah.
Stick it up your butt or put it under your butt to get it warm.
I'm gonna lay in the bed with me.
I put it under your breast. Yeah.
Stick it under your boobs. Yeah, stick it under your boobs.
I need some exciting yeast bread.
Yeah.
But it's the easiest bread to make. And then you just do that. You knead the bag and make it flat again. Put your towel back on there. Give it another hour. And then it'll raise up. And then the last raise, you just open up your bag and you just dump it in a loaf pan or however you want to make it. You can clip the bottom of the bag off. You can make fry bread by clipping the bag at the bottom of the bag, like right here. Clip that off. You can get some hot
You don't
oil.
know how much yeast, just a pack of yeast, you would probably think.
A pack of yeast. Usually I use a half a package of yeast in a Ziploc.
Okay,
Large.
half pack, okay.
You can make it in a small, this is a gallon size, I guess, but it's the easiest bread. But I've made that a lot, and I do it in a loaf pan. And, after you put it in the loaf pan, if you're going to bake it in a loaf pan, let it raise up again just in the warm air. It's not good to make it in air conditioning because in the summertime it's good because, it's cool in the house. You want it to be warm. But, you can bake that and then you can use a bread knife and slice that off and make your own sandwich bread. It's the best bread in the world. I have made bread so much because, sometimes you got to make bread. So buy up your flour. Don't get so much that there's bugs in it, but,
I have bugs in it. You know how to get the bugs out of your flour? Before you put the flour away,
Lift it.
put it in the microwave and hit it on 30.
Well, they allow so many bugs in flour, and they the companies, and they allow so much in they allow so much in the cornmeal. You see little specks of bugs, but I do not like no bugs in my oatmeal.
Or you can put it in the oven.
What?
You can
I
take
said, go ahead.
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
I said, let's don't talk about
what I
oatmeal.
saw outside today. If you're scared of spiders, look away. If you're arachnophobic, look away. I saw the ugliest jumping spider I've ever seen in my life. It was absolutely magnificent. It's hideous.
Oh, gross.
It was furry.
If you worry about bugs, Nani Mae, take your flour or your cornmeal and lay it in the oven and turn it on low heat, and you can actually see them leaving that and dying. They'll be dead.
I don't mind bugs. I just don't want to eat them in my oatmeal. But we have those kind of spiders.
If it make it taste better, I might try it.
Give you extra.
I'm going to send you some more oatmeal.
Oh God, no.
And that's the kind of spiders we got. The white spot on their back. They've even dropped down off the ceiling on my face.
Oh, that might be a Parson spider.
Well, let me tell you, I got bit under the. I got bit in the
black and kind of small, and it might be an Eastern Parsons spider.
I've been bit by a spider right here on the side of my face, and it wasn't pretty.
I got bit under the armpit. How a spider decided it wanted to go after my secret, I guess. But I woke up. I woke up. First, I felt this. I felt a pain, like a pain. And I said, "Oh hell, I hurt all over anyway." So I ain't worried about it. So I rolled back on, went back to sleep, and then when I woke up in the morning, my alarm went off at 5:30, and this is when I was still teaching and kindergarten, and the alarm went off, and when I sit up, I thought, oh my God, my shoulder hurt, and my whole arm felt like it was cold, like it was dead. I thought, what the heck is going on? So I went and got in the shower, could barely move that right arm. I was like, what the crap is happening? Well, I started noticing, I thought my pajamas was bunched up underneath my arm, and then I remember I slept in the nude that night. But just joking.
Well, anyway, I got a hold of you.
Anyway, when I went into
was there freaking tarantula on your arm? Like what?
Well, it was one of those little wolf spiders with the dot on the back. That's what I call them. So anyway, I raised up my arm and I saw underneath my arm there was a lump about that big, and it was all spread out underneath my arm. And I said, all I said was, "I'll be a son of a blippity bloppity blue."
Blippity bloppity blue.
And I said, well, I've been bit by a spider. So I thought, oh God, should I call into work or not? So as my husband says, you better call into work and go to the doctor. When are you coming up, honey, child? Anyway, so I called in, didn't go in, and went to the doctor, and he said, it won't hurt you. There ain't no poisonous spiders except for brown recluses.
Venomous.
Right?
It's venomous.
Yeah, but I wasn't sick. I was just sore all over, Here comes Brenda Boo.
Many years ago, a spider or something chowed down on I forgot which eye it was, chowed down above my eye, and my eye blew up. It was crazy. It was red and huge. I had to go on antibiotics. It was gross.
So Colin said we have brown recluses, and I'm like, we're sitting here one day, and I've seen the little spindly legged spiders, and he said, Mom, we got brown recluses in this house, so you better be praying it don't bite me or you or Dad or the dogs. I'm like, Colin, don't tell me that. And so he said, look at it. So he catches one. He said, look, it's got a violin on its back. I said, I don't care if it's got a guitar and a set of drums. Get it out of my face.
No,
show me that.
That's right. That's right.
You have native spiders that will take those guys out. I can't
Native spiders.
Reading some articles about it.
Now I'm itching all over. Lord God, I've either got lice or bugs.
But there's some species that will target those and get rid of them.
I'm itching all over. God, I don't
like
the
spiders. I hate are the yellow sac spiders, and we have those here. They're not native. Because they're jerks. Like they bite without provocation. The bite's not dangerous, but it's annoying. Like one will crawl on you and be like, chomp. You're like, excuse me.
Well, I got piss ants climbing all over me all the time. There's piss ants over here by my table.
Oh no!
What?
Piss ants.
Everybody.
I found two in
Brenda.
one
Hi,
day.
Brenda. How you doing?
3 in this room in one day, and I.
Hey, Nanny. Hey, I am wearing the stitches. I haven't seen you before.
Oh.
You don't know Enid, ain't she beautiful? That's
please.
She used to come up here all the time, but she don't love me no more. So
Are you working on the blanket?
yes, baby doll. It's getting bigger and bigger and bigger.
No,
Oh, that's pretty.
It look really good in my YouTube room.
Well, get on
How's
the
it going, Brenda?
giveaway, sugar.
What are you doing? Oh, Mountain Dew. I have 7-Up.
Mounted? Did you say Mountain Dew? Mounted?
Brenda has Mountain Dew.
I thought you said mounted. I'm like, now I smell mustard.
Mountain Dew.
Oh, I have Diet Mountain Dew.
I hope Scott don't
What's
notice
wrong with
that.
Mountain?
Mounted? I'm having Mounted Dew.
No, she is. I'm having 7-Up Zero.
I'm having Coke Zero. Oh God, that Coke Zero almost fell. Dear Lord Jesus. Name of the promise. I've
had heart attacks like that. Aren't you gonna be up all night from all the caffeine though?
Who, me?
Yeah.
No, it's a Coke Zero.
Like Coke Zero, like no sugar and no caffeine.
No sugar, no caffeine.
Oh, might as well drink water then.
But it's good. But I'll be up all night anyway because I had a 3-hour nap. Yeah. So I'll be up all night, but that's okay because I need to work on my giveaways. And tomorrow
Have you picked them already? Let me go in there and leave a comment.
On what? On my giveaway? Make sure you put.
I've already left the comment.
You got to put red, white, and blue in there to put you in the giveaway because they'll throw your.
Don't find your little.
I never win anything.
I never win anyway, but I could try.
But it's okay because you know what? I like to see other people win stuff. But I've got 3 of these Clyde blankets. I've got to send Ron one. I've got to send the one I've got here. I've got to send one to my cute little Scott. Ain't he just the most handsome thing you've ever seen? Just so cute. I just love him.
Who is that?
Scott.
I don't know.
You know Scott. Who asked me? Angie?
I did, Angie.
Yes, I want to go cuddle with Scott. No, he's gay. There's no threat.
Well, it doesn't. I mean, hey, cuddling's cuddling. I like cuddling.
I like cuddling with men, with gay men, but not straight men.
Gay men are so much fun to be around.
Yes, and some of my best friends are gay, and my friend Gary, which I always say was my cousin, but he wasn't. He was my sister-in-law's nephew. But me and him used to cuddle all the time. He would come over. My husband knew there was no threat. We'd be sitting on the couch just cuddling away. He knew there was no threat because, I always cuddled with my friends, with my daughter-in-laws, with my kids, with everybody.
You're just one big cuddler.
Yeah, but I'll usually smash them and cuddle up, squeeze them too hard.
What about your birds? Do you cuddle with your birds?
No, they can't cuddle, little stupid things. My son said,
"Come on, y'all hear them things like you." I heard one of them, tweet, tweet, Granny.
Oh, they do love me. If I go there and sit and talk to them, they try to come up and bite my nose.
Hey,
96 gal. How you feeling, darling?
Are you better?
We got a knock joke. I got a knock joke book over there.
Knock knock. Who's there? But let me tell you what my son said. He said, "Mom, when I bring Silas down, don't hug him with your boobs because it scares him." I said, "What?" Grannies, grandmas. I remember my grandma, she'd hug me. My great grandma and her big old boobs would be, there. I didn't think nothing about it. But we can't help it. Grannies have boobs, granny boobs.
Well, I got a jet. I got to take my asthma medication over. So I think like an hour ago, and probably go to bed at some point.
Yeah, I was wondering why you can be up late now.
Good, 96. I'm glad.
Yeah, I'm glad you're feeling better.
Good. I'm glad you're feeling better.
When I stay up late, so
my eyes were bloodshot from crying. I was worried about you.
That girl is so sensitive.
Enid can stay up late now since the kids are on.
I'm too old for this job. Let me get
what job you too old
for?
Let me get my Batmobile and take a.
Something bit me.
Bye, Inherited Stitches. You have a great night.
Bye, Inherited Stitches.
She's gonna leave me. Well, come back, darling. I love you.
I will.
Bye. Nice meeting you.
You too.
I'll get everybody's. Get you.
I'm trying to get your channels if I can. Anyway, I got a jet. So.
Okay, jet girlfriend.
I love you in the chat. Bye bye.
Sleep well.
My sweetheart, darling.
Take it easy.
You too.
Well, thank you for coming up to finally come up and see me. Because I thought she's quit loving me. She's
no problem. Adios.
No problem. No. 96 girl said she worked. I can't talk. Yeah, I might as well go back to school. I worked today, so I made it. 2 more to go, and then I'll have 2 days off. There you go, girlfriend.
Great, 96. Good job.
So, Angie Boo, what you been up to today? Did Brenda fall out, or did she just boo?
She booed.
Well, it rained here today.
I'm still here. I was changing clothes.
Oh, we
well.
don't get to see the show.
Now, by all means, stay on. It's late night live. We can see everybody naked if they want to be naked.
Come on.
Did y'all get rain today?
It's crazy.
Oh God, that looks like what I pooped this morning.
Oh Lord.
I'm glad it don't smell like it.
Hey, don't eat Fruit Loops at my age. It turn your poop green.
That's interesting.
Oh Lord Jesus.
Call somebody that knows you, girl. That's what my sister used to say.
You know me, I'll tell 96 gal's down there laughing. She's laughing 3 times. Ouch, Angie, you're at 49. Woo, woo. Well, she's at 491. She's
I
almost
should get on you. Hey, I should
Hey,
get on
Chris.
your stars on this one too, and then
There's
you can have a big brother say, "Who are all those people up there?" And I'll open all my devices and come up.
Get your devices on. You guys need to also connect to Chris Kale. Chris Kale is a sweetheart. Hey, Chris, connect to Angie. It's me, Angie.
Yeah,
Chris
she's trying to get up to her 500.
She's my sis, Chris. Now there's a moth in my house.
I'm at 491. Y'all are just so awesome. I'm gonna do a giveaway after my 500 actually.
Now, if you would have done that, well, you had already been there.
Yeah. But I'm gonna make sure that it sticks and they don't take away 25 of my subscribers.
They'll fluctuate you.
Yeah,
well, you need to go to the garden channel that I send you a garden channel. You need to go to those garden channels, like Yogi Hollow Farms. You'll pick up.
Yeah.
You need to check her out, and she's really one of. To be honest with you, Yogi Hollow Farms, out of all the gardeners, now I hope none of y'all get your feelings hurt, but
that's pretty.
Best contents that I've
That's
seen.
how I'm gonna line my bag. I'm making myself a purse. Hey, Mark Anthony.
Oh, that don't hurt my feeling, that girl.
Do you have Yogi Farms? It's me, Angie.
I don't, but I will be checking it out.
She has really got good content. So once you get in there and get to know her, you'll see what I see. You know.
Who is it?
It's Mark.
Who?
Alabama Live's a good one too. She's a good one. She's good.
That's what I was thinking. 96. If I could get 10 or 15 over, that would pretty much be a safety net. I was thinking the same thing, but I'm just so excited. I'm this close.
Yeah. You'll have more before I go to bed.
Oh, thank you, Granny B. I like your positivity.
That's all I'm going to tell you, because I got a whole household of people that's got accounts, and I'll log into every single one of them.
I know you do.
I got Collins. Subscribe. If you got he's in his under drawers. I'll log into his account. He'll give you.
I subscribe to you.
My hubby will give you. Get out of here.
I'll put a short up for anybody to watch the video. To leave a comment. The short video.
I'm gonna be.
Angie, you need to make another short.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, the more short videos you have, the better off you'll be.
Yeah, I need to do more of those.
Hey, on this channel, the other
just
channel.
Just show your fingernails, like, look how pretty my fingernails are.
Actually,
short.
My nails
Here's
today.
what you do when you do the fingernails. Say, shout out to Mrs. Coin Crew. Everybody likes her. And she has these pretty fingernails. Shout out to Mrs. Coin Crew. Do your fingernails like that? Because that's what she does, and I love her for it because she cracks me up.
Make lots of YouTube shorts. That helps your video. Your subscriber can't go up.
I'll get Diamond Grandma. She does diamond paintings and stuff. I'll get her to put you on her shout out list too.
Thank you, Brenda. That's sweet.
And my daughter, I'll get her to put you on hers. It's Coffee and Diamonds. They do diamond paintings and cross stitch and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, nice. Everybody does crafty stuff. I'm just sitting over here with the gift of gab. I don't even have craftiness.
Now, Angie, that is a talent. That is a talent. The gift of gab is a talent, honey. Child.
Yeah, it is. And my husband tells me I never shut my mouth.
And it's a God-given gift.
It's me, Angie. You do cooking?
Yeah, I cook.
You could call yourself in your situation. Cooking in your situation is really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to do
not
another
many people.
cooking video. I need to do that. I may do that tomorrow. That's a good idea.
But if you do the nails and shut up, Mrs. Coin Crew like this, I get it.
Yeah, but that's one of my shorts. But the cooking will have to be a little longer than a short video.
Yeah.
Now, who's this person you're talking about, Miss Cornhole? What'd you say?
Mrs. Corn Crew.
She said cornhole.
I didn't say cornhole. I said Mrs. Corn Crew.
I thought Belle said. I thought you said Mrs. Cornhole.
Let me tell you what, she cracked me up. One time, I seen her go in a live, and when she walks in the live, everybody said, "Hey, Mrs. Corn Crew. Hey, Mrs. Corn Crew," and her name just popped up 15 times, and she said, "Oh my, y'all just too nice." But I'm she said, "I'm just gonna say hello to all y'all. I can't remember all y'all's names, but all of y'all beautiful." And I got so tickled. I'm just gonna pull that one because I'll go in and say, "Miss Southern Belle, Miss Southern Belle, Miss Southern Belle." I'm like, "Hello, everybody."
Yeah,
that's right.
Well, my next channel, if I ever have to get rid of this channel and start another one, I'm gonna name it Mrs. Cornhole.
Well, don't tell Mrs. Corn Crew. That's where you got the idea from. But she tickled me. Like I sent her something, and the way she did it, she go like show her nails, So she just cracks me up. I love to watch her when she does a live. She's just so precious and cute. And I said, Miss Corn Crew, there's Mr. Corn Crew. She said, he's stalking me. I don't know why he does that, but she's just cute.
I'm still liking that Mrs. Cornhole name.
I know you would be a Mrs. Good Cornhole. You should do like red, white. You should do like rainbow hair and everything.
Yeah. I'm still waiting to see how you're going to get that pink out of your hair.
All you do is shave your head off.
Oh, okay.
Shave your head off? I thought you shaved your hair off.
Shaved your head off.
Yeah, shave your hair off. Well, you don't shave it till it's bald. There's Chris again. I'm itching. I'm going to come up back when I get done scratching my boob, okay? Hang on.
Okay.
We want to see you scratch that.
I'm watching Angie right now. My husband just subscribed to you, Angie.
I see that.
Angie just cute as she was. Yeah, when you... oh, God. Get out of here. Sorry, that's my kid. Get your ass to bed. Excuse me.
I told everybody not to far. Is she there yet?
I told everybody not to cuss on my live, but my kid's getting on my nerves. Go to bed.
I'm getting on your nerves.
Here, dogs, take your dang treat. You want a dog treat, Colin? Okay. Get everybody get away. Go to your room.
She said $4.93.
Anyway,
Granny B, how old is your child?
27.
I have a 27-year-old daughter.
Well, I have a 27-year-old brat kid, but he just aggravates the crap out of me.
I have two 42-year-old daughters.
You got two
22-year-old daughters?
42.
42-year-old daughters. I got twins.
Oh, nice. I have a 31-year-old son and a 27-year-old daughter.
Oh, I got a 46-year-old son, a 47-year-old son.
I got a 39-year-old son, 63-year-old husband that acts like he's 3 years old.
Men never grow up. Your husbands do not.
You know that's right.
Their toys just get more expensive.
Yes.
Guns, lawnmowers, deer stands. You know how it goes.
I got a 66-year-old body. That's all I got.
Yeah, you're probably healthier than I am. And I'm only
Well, I'll tell you what. If you, I've lost my mind, so if you find it, you can keep it.
I lost mine a long time ago.
It's fun though. After you lose that, everything's good to go.
When I get real
That's right. That's
It's
right.
just like they say, hello, Nancy, my darling. Ignorance is bliss.
Nancy.
Old
Mhm.
age and forgetfulness is bliss.
Yep.
Y'all
Oh,
connect with
Connected.
me, Angie. We're trying to get her to
Oh.
500.
Miss Seven Bell.
Enough to know anything
I
that happens, I always just say, okay. Every time my husband he'll do something, years ago that I really used to bother me, but now when he does it, I just go right along with it, whatever he wants to do.
If my husband,
That's right.
talk to me, if my husband wouldn't talk to me, we'd get away. We would get along just fine.
That made
He
me
don't need to talk. He does not need to talk to me. We've been married for 30 years, 30-some years. He
Maybe y'all
don't need
could
to talk
text
to me.
each other. I've been married 35 years, and maybe y'all just need to text each other or do sign language.
If I text him, he'll text me back something nasty. I ain't texting that old fart.
Look,
He just better leave me alone.
Look, my friend of mine used to tell me when I worked at the bank. She said, "Girl, my husband and I had hall sex last night." I said, "I don't need to know that." She said, "Yeah, we passed each other in the hall and said, 'Screw you.' No, screw you."
That's exactly what I say, girl. I say the very same thing. That's what me and my husband have. That's what I tell people. We have hall sex.
Yeah.
We pass each other in the hall, but I don't say the S word. I say the F word. F all.
And I said,
Yep.
"Girl, that's too much information. I don't need to know that. Thank you, though. Appreciate it.
Guess what yesterday was?
Your anniversary."
Yep, 48 years.
Oh,
Lord
sweet
have mercy.
Jesus. I don't know if I've got 35 under the belt. I don't know if I'll make it to 48.
Well, I'm 66. That's why I've made it this far.
48, you deserve a gold medal. Any woman that'll put up with a man for 48 years.
But
Yeah,
you
a
know
friend
what?
of mine told me I could have shot him and got out of prison by now.
But right now at our ages, we ain't really putting up with them though. Are we? I just
I
tell
never
mine just
married.
go.
I just played house a few times.
Oh, you go, that girl. Play that house. That's what I'm talking about.
I lived
That's
with
better.
a guy
That's better
one
than
time. He was a chemist expert, and he was taking chemistry, and he was studying to be the ones that make the teeth and stuff and tooth. And he made me a bell a long time ago. I don't even know what I did with that. Then I lived with another guy. His daddy was a judge. He was very abusive, so I left him.
You
So,
go, that
My
girl.
husband's,
You quit playing around.
Well, I have to say, my husband's never put his hands on me out of being ill. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Disrespectful. My husband's been wonderful.
I will never go with a guy that's a mama's boy, though. I did that one
I
time,
made
and
a
that
mistake on this blanket, so I hope if anybody
mama's
gets it,
boy I do not want.
Well, now my husband was when we first got married, but because we lived with her first because he was so young,
Yeah.
and then she moved in with us when we moved out, and
Yeah.
then the second time she moved in with her daughter, and he couldn't move in with her, so he grew up.
Yeah.
Well, I told James, in which he's strong and he could overtake me at any moment, even when I was healthy. But I told him, I said, if you ever put your hand on me, you have got to go to sleep sooner or later. And when
That's
you
right.
do, it's all over. That's what I
Now,
told
I
him.
have
me
a
tell you,
friend,
my
and she
husband
was
has-
married to a man, and he is a good looking man, and she's real short and petite and real spunky, and he's drunk all the time, and she got real bad off a couple of years, 5 years ago. She got real bad off, and I can just see their marriage is real it's straining, but they're
Mhm.
still together.
Well, let me tell you something. My husband's done a lot of things, and I always say, karma's a bee, and he has got lots of karma. Thing is, I don't play no victim. I ain't nobody's victim, so it don't bother me.
Yeah, I don't like the
Because
victim
I
role.
always know I have karma. Whatever he does, he gets that I don't like. He gets karma, and you would be absolutely flabbergasted if I told you some of the karmas that he got that he don't even know he got.
Oh, I know. It's always that way.
I'm scared to wonder what you're gonna give him.
I love James.
Well,
I have a very good marriage.
message me on Messenger and I will tell you. I had a friend and she was born in Louisiana and her mama was from Louisiana and she come from a long line of women that they believe what you do, Bible, it'll come back sevenfold. And she told me some secrets and I used them. Every time
Uh-oh.
he did something that was, and I mean, it's been rough. It was
Well,
rough.
I don't want to get on your
You
bad
don't
side,
have to-
Granny. I'm gonna stay on
I
your
don't
good
like
side.
mean people. Even, the yelling and the hollering and the screaming. My sister does that a lot when she gets mad about something.
I don't like that either.
I
My
don't
husband,
like screaming.
I told her one time, she says, well, you want to go to Target's tonight? I'll come get you. And I said, no. And she goes, she was shocked. I didn't want to go. I didn't feel good. I didn't give her a reason. I just said no. And she got so mad about that. She says, well, no. So she went to work mad. She came home and she went to Target's by herself. But what's the big deal?
hi, outlaw.
Hey, outlaw.
Well, my mother told my husband, she said when we got married, she said, don't yell at her. She don't like that. And she told him, my mom was one of these people, you make your bed, you lie in it. And she didn't impose on and I've that kind of mother-in-law too. I don't ask my daughter-in-laws. Well, my daughter-in-law, and my son aren't together anymore, but I don't ask no questions. I don't give no advice. I don't give no recommendations. It's their life. You got to live it.
My mom
whatever.
and dad was that way too.
Yeah, don't pry. Don't pry. I never wanted to be one of those kind of mother-in-laws. But anyway, my mom told my husband one day, we were down there and we were fixing my dad's driveway and we had some of that tar, that they put on the roads. Well, we got had some of that delivered so that we could
The
fill
asphalt.
Asphalt.
Yeah. So me and my husband were down there fixing my dad's driveway and shoveling, and I did something and he yelled and it startles me because I'm epileptic and you can't startle an epileptic person because you can trigger them. And Belle can tell you that. So I started shaking all over because it startled me. And so I just put the shovel down and had to go take a deep breathe and relax. And my mom went over and told my husband, she said, listen, I won't pry in your marriage. I don't give advice, recommendations, anything. I don't give advice. But she said, let me tell you something. Do not yell at her because for one thing, she can have a seizure from getting yelled at and getting startled. But also, she'll come back on your ass and you may be sorry once she calms down. And trust me, it didn't, he didn't ever yell at me in front of my mom again, but when he knows.
Well, sometimes that Y chromosome gets in the way. That Y chromosome messes them up sometimes. But like I said, James and I have always had a good marriage. And now don't get me wrong, we've had our disagreements, which everybody does. And if you have a marriage and you tell me you have never had a disagreement, I'm going to tell you you've never really been married.
That's right.
Everybody has disagreements. We're all human.
That's right.
Yep.
But we had never had one to the point that our children never saw us argue or have a disagreement the whole time they lived in our house. They never even saw it.
I never seen my mom and dad. Now my calling.
He'd go in the other room after they would go to bed or something. If we had a disagreement, we would talk it out there. But they never knew what it was for us to get loud or argue or fuss with each other. They never saw that.
My mom and dad was that way.
You should
I will tell mine what to do.
Mad. Don't ever go to bed mad. You try to work it out like two adults,
Yes.
Yeah, that's what we always did.
I tell my
mean
husband,
it just with a man and a woman. I mean with friends too. Don't just work it out. Just see why this happened, and work it out. And if you can't work it out, then you need to part ways,
Now,
That's
James
right.
and I joke with each other sometimes. We'll joke and play around and act like we're fussing or, and then and my kids pick up on that. They know that we're not serious. But like I said, I know some marriages aren't that way because both my sisters have had multiple marriages and I have been blessed to not have that. Thank goodness.
Yeah, I usually try to work it out. But if you got
some people refuse to work it out and you just got to let that go too.
Yeah.
Well, my husband's bullheaded, but he does come around. It might take a little while, but he'll come around and realize if he's wrong, he won't admit it. He's Leo.
Well,
me and
my
my husband
sister's
don't argue about.
Capricorn, and we're having an argument over where that toilet tissue is going to be in that little this room. She'll put it near the toilet, and I don't want it near the toilet, near the butts. I want it away from the butts. I don't want nasty toilet paper touching my butt after I don't want other butts on that
Yeah.
toilet paper.
hmm
So it keeps going over there, and she keeps putting it over there near the toilet, right beside the toilet. Well, I don't want it there. If I'm going to be the one paying for the, helping, I want it over there because butts touch the toilet paper. People's hands.
Somebody else.
Well, what you do is you leave hers there and you move yours somewhere else.
No, it's going to go there because she said the guest bathroom was my responsibility. And I said, okay. So I'm taking my responsibility out of filth when a man's peeing, urinating. I don't want his urine hitting that toilet paper and all that stuff. So I want it away from the toilet and up in the wall.
I'd have my own bathroom and let her have her own.
Hi, Abby, honey.
I have my own bathroom, but I
Abby.
suggest bathroom.
Abby's my precious friend.
On that one.
Mhm.
Abby, darling, drop your link. Abby is the sweetest person you ever want to meet. My eyes itching like crazy. Abby, drop your link, darling, so these people can connect to you, sweetheart.
That's what we're fighting over. And then sometimes she doesn't like a lot of stuff on the counter. Well, the reason I got so used to everything up on the food counter, all the food, is because I had caregivers that would ask me 200,000 times a day, where's this, where's this, where's this? And it drove me insane. So I left everything out on the counter to their convenience so I wouldn't have to hear them say that. And
Well, I went to Costco today, and they have a Roku TV, a smart TV, 32-inch for $147.
Everybody connect to Miss Abby.
Nice.
Is it a smart TV?
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, and it's at Costco's?
Yeah.
What brand was it?
The same one I got.
LG.
No, it's TCL.
Oh, TCL. Okay.
I can't believe I made a mistake.
And mine's been really good.
It's okay. I forgive you, Granny. I'm gonna love it anyway. So just
Miss Bell, it's been super good.
I better fix that one. Okay, wait a minute. You probably never noticed it, but I noticed it. But I'm gonna.
I won't notice it because I don't know what crochet is supposed to look like. So it doesn't.
Did you make a video of the whole store? Or you said
No, I didn't. The manager said I walked in and had my phone on, and he says you can't record in here.
You know why they do that? Why they don't want you? Oh God, what the shampoo I used. I don't think it agreed with my head.
Did you ask him? I just go in and do it.
Well, I went in and just done it, and he told me to stop. So I had to stop.
Yeah, sometimes you got to ask. Let me tell you about me going to Las Vegas. The first time I went to Las Vegas, there were no signs. I saw no signs nowhere. And I took a picture. I had my husband take a picture of me standing by this camel. We were in the Sahara Hotel. We stayed there. So my husband, and we're like down in the casino part. And my husband took a picture of me standing by this camel. So here comes this security guard, grabbed that camera. Well, my husband, he took the picture and then he handed the camera back to me. And this was back in the late 80s when we had those, those cameras you could just take the picture and then you just took the whole camera in and got it developed.
Yeah.
That's the guard come in and he grabbed that camera on my hand. He said, you've got to give me I'm not going to give this back. And I said, you make sure you fix that. I'll be looking close. Oh, I can't fix it now, honey. It's way too down there. I don't want to unravel it and come back, so it's going to stay. Love you, though, 96 guy. But anyway, he said, you can't take pictures in the casino. And I said, why? And he said, well, because what would you do if you were now this is what the guy said to me. What would you do if you was having an affair with somebody and somebody took a picture and got you with the person you was having an affair with? And I'm like, okay. He said, that's why we don't allow. That's what he told me. He said, that's why we don't allow people to take pictures in casinos. I was like, okay, I forgot. I was in Sin City, Las Vegas,
Yeah, I was trying to take a picture of the slot machine that I had won um, some money off one, and it was just going off like all these coins were going up, and I was just going to take a picture of it and send it to my daughter, I think, or my son, I can't remember. And the guy or a lady walked over to me and she said, "Did you just take a picture?" And I said, "Yes, ma'am." She said, "Well, you're going to have to delete it." Well, actually, what she didn't know was I had taken 2 or 3 pictures, but while she was standing, she said, "Now you're going to have to delete that picture." I said, "Okay, sure." So I deleted that one picture. She said, "Did you delete that picture?" I said, "Yes, ma'am," which I did not lie. I did delete that picture, but I still had 2 other pictures of the slots. So
You just have to have 15 of them.
I just kept taking them,
I didn't lie, y'all. I didn't lie.
So I deleted that one picture. She walked up and I sent it to my daughter. But yeah, she told me that I couldn't take a picture of my slot machine. So I said, okay.
That's a strange thing. What you should have done is when you pull your daughter's text up and just take it directly. And then you sent it to her, and then she already sent it to her. You can delete it. She still got it though.
Yeah, and she's like, by the time she got over there, I had taken 3 or 4. You need to
delete that last one.
Yeah. She said, "Did you just take a picture of that slot machine?" I said, "Yes, ma'am." "Well, you need to delete." And she stood there, and I deleted it, and I was like, "Okay, you just don't know, honey. I got 4 more."
Did you look in the background, Angie? Did you look in the background to see if people was having affairs back in the background, like that guy was saying?
What I was going to tell you, when James and I went on our honeymoon, his name is James Smith. So when we went in to register for when we got to the hotel, the lady said, "Sir, I need to see your ID." And he said, "It's under James Smith." And she looked at him before he showed his ID like, yeah, James Smith. And who is this lady? Like, you're just doing that to say that you don't want to give your real name. But after he gave his driver's license, she kind of calmed down a little bit. But yeah, James Smith. Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah, we have a friend. His last name is Smith.
Oh, mine is. My husband is James Smith.
Oh, I know lots of Smiths.
I know a lot of Smiths. I know a girl named Pam Smith, and I know a guy named Steve Smith.
Oh my!
That lived in Atlanta, Georgia. I ran with them. They were friends of mine, Pam and Steve Smith.
And there's a lot of Joneses and Millers and everything.
Yeah,
and there's a lot of Brooms in Georgia.
Robertsons.
A lot of people try to keep up with those Joneses, but I don't try to keep up with them.
I can't keep up with myself. I can't keep up with myself, let alone try.
I don't want to keep up with anybody. I just tend to myself. Thank you.
My mom and dad used to try to keep up with the Joneses, and I'll tell you one thing, I hated that.
A lot of people try to keep up with the
Joneses. That's because they were pastors. That's because they were your dad. Wasn't your daddy a pastor?
Yeah.
That's how my mother-in-law and father-in-law are.
Yeah, but just because his sister, my mama's sister, got a new car, we didn't need a new car. Our car was fine.
A lot of people do that because they want to feel important, or they want to belong.
That's insecurity.
Yeah, or they're insecure for some reason, and they don't really know how to make a decision. They let somebody else make it for them, and then they do.
People like to be in control of everybody's things too. You ever notice that you have a few more?
One thing I ain't never been is jealous of nobody, what everybody else.
Grannie B, I have never been. I've always been really happy for anybody that would get
me too.
Things. I've never been envious or wanted what everybody else had. I've never been.
Me either. Well, what's so funny about it is I didn't dress like everybody else did. I mean, even after I got married and all, I'd wear jeans and a t-shirt. I wouldn't wear these fancy dresses and stuff like these girls did and go out to nightclubs and stuff. I stayed home and tended to my kids.
Well, there are a lot of women like that. You're not the only. And do you know there's women that don't even know what an orgasm is? And they're still wondering.
Wait, what? I
thought it was a mixed drink.
I'm just glad I don't have to have them anymore. Doesn't sound right.
And I thought it was a mixed
drink.
Hey, Lorna Boo. No, I have, even when I was a little girl, I was never jealous. If my sister got something and I didn't get it, I was
I
just
know.
happy she got it. I was
Well,
always
I
just,
was that way too
Why
because
would you be jealous of anybody in your family anyway? Like I was the baby in the family. I was the sick child, and my sister and brother were jealous of me because I got fed a little bit more. Why would you? Why would you be jealous of me being sick? You
I
want to
know.
be the sick one in the
Both of my
family?
sisters
Sure,
have
here,
always been
take
jealous of me.
this.
yeah, I was sickly too with my asthma and all. I
Yeah.
stayed
Why
sick
do
all
you
the time.
I have a friend, and I just take it as she thinks I have good taste. That's why she does it. I don't know. Uh,
I love you.
but she's, yeah,
Imitation is the best form of flattery, don't you
I
know that?
guess. But she's 80. She's going to be 80 years old. She's 20 years older than me. Every time, and I don't have nothing fancy. I don't want, yeah, I'm just happy with what I got. And, but anytime I would do, like, I remember my husband got me, my iPad in 2010. He got me one for my anniversary. Here comes Lorna Boo. Let me, oh God, my pin cushion. I just jabbed myself in the finger
Hey,
about 9.
Lorna.
Hey,
Laura,
Lorna Boo.
Hey,
There's
Lorna.
How are you, sweetheart?
Did
how you
someone
doing,
say keep up with the
Laura?
Joneses? I'm here.
Yeah, there's.
There's Lorna. Let's
Well,
keep
let me
us
pull out
Lorna.
those coins, Laura, so you can look at them.
Yeah, we're keeping up. We got to keep up with the Joneses. But anyway, my friend, I got that iPad for my anniversary. I told my husband, I didn't even really know what an iPad was. This is 2010. Didn't know that much about it. I had an iPhone, but I didn't. And he said, "What do you want for your anniversary?" And this is when he still had the really, really, really good job. But anyway, I said, "I want one of them there iPads," because my nephew said, why don't you send Uncle Kim over here?" Because my nephew worked for a university bookstore. He's a manager of it. He said, "I can get you an iPad really, really cheap." So, of course, my husband got me an iPad for an anniversary, and I was like, oh. But anyway, my friend, I told her she had it. I had one. Oh my God, in 2, 3 days, she had one. But every time I would get something, and it wasn't that much like a new TV, like my TV I've had since 2012. I got that TV. She went out and she got that TV. And I mean, I don't care. I guess but I'm like,
Imitation
everything
is
I
the
would
best
do,
form of flattery.
I guess. And she said, I'm surprised she didn't dye her hair pink when I died. I had to do this to be doing, it's a whole,
Well,
I'm
my
surprised.
sister used to do that with her sister and her husband's sister and her husband. Every time they bought a new truck, she had to go buy a new truck. And she bought a new car, she had to buy a new car. And she finally grew up. When she hit about 50, she says, I ain't wasting my money no more.
Well,
That's
I've always
crazy.
been the type of person I wanted to be the one that was different from everybody. I didn't follow the crowd. I always was the one that just
Amen, sister. That's me. I want to
That's
be.
me too. I didn't want to.
followed the crowd. I just wanted to do my thing and leave me alone. That's what I wanted.
If I start
Hmm.
acting like anybody else, slap me because I got to be different. And I
That's
am
why
just.
I like to be different too.
I hope I rinsed good when I took my shower because I sure am itching all over my eyes, my head. Oh
You said that when you're knitting, it makes you nervous.
no, it's not that. It's like I don't know.
1996.
Blah blah blah. Blah.
Has that fiber got peeling on it?
No, it ain't the yarn. It's like I've
Oh,
been,
okay.
and I'm not using anything different to shampoo or anything with it. Could be my pain medicine causing it too. I took it kind of late. Sometimes
Well,
it makes me itch all over.
do you have you been outside today in the pollen and all?
No, it's been doing that. It's just I think it's my medication,
Yeah, it could be your medication. That's
my
true.
pain meds, because it's that Norco and that stuff can sometimes make you itch all over. I
It
think
don't
it's.
bother me.
That's right. Make your own zigzag.
I'll tell you one thing. They gave me perk
Percocet.
Percocets.
that one time. The doctor did. I thought I was dying. I didn't know what it for sure was. They gave it to me for pain. I was sitting around going, and I was itching. I felt like I had wool underwear on. I'm scratching my butt and digging and scratching my armpits and scratching this and scratching that. And I felt nervous wreck. told him the next day how I felt. He said, "Well, I guess, well, I talked to the nurse. Well, you're probably, it just, because it does make some people itch."
Well, I
She
took
said,
codeine one time, and I took a trip, never even left my house. I mean, it was bad, bad, bad. I was calling people up on the phone, inviting them over, telling them I was having a party. I was seeing people that wasn't even there. My husband
"Oh
was trying
Lord."
to throw me and set me down and try to talk to me, and I was just like, why are you doing that? You know we're having a party. Get off of me. I got to get everything ready. What are you doing?" And I mean, it was crazy. So, needless to say, I found out I was allergic to codeine. And
You
they,
Oh,
sure it wasn't laced? You sure it wasn't laced with acid?
I don't know what it was
There's
like.
some
LSD.
I was
My
so
aunt
tired
was
the next
so
day when I got up, I didn't know what happened. My husband said, "You talked to your grandma that had been passed away for 5 years. You
wow.
talked to your brother. You was calling people on the phone. I had to unplug the phone. That's when the phone was,
You had a
you had
body reaction.
the phone was plugged into the wall at that time." And he said I had to unplug the phone, and I had to stay up all night with you to make sure. He said you'd lay down, and then all of a sudden you'd think of somebody you had to call, and you'd get up. And he said He said I didn't know what to do. I was just
Well,
glad it was.
I had a bad experience with prednisone. I was having a lupus flare up real bad, and it was just like I was bad. My face was all swollen, and
Oh, I
you
know
know,
about prednisone. Yeah.
yeah. And so when I do have a lupus flare up, which I haven't for a long time, but they give me prednisone.
Uh huh.
Well,
Mhm.
I was taking. No, it was not a lupus flare up. Is when I took the back to train it. It's when I had the allergic reaction to. Oh, they put me on a blood thinner. When I had the blood clots in my legs the last time. Eliquis, and I know I was taking it for about 3 days, and I woke up, my whole mouth and everything, I was all swelled up, and they gave me prednisone for that. But anyway, I was taking that and something else, and Colin was, and I mean, I got really sick, so I was kind of like foggy. I was foggy, my brain, I couldn't think right. So Colin was monitoring the medicine for me. He was telling me when to take it. Well, the thing was, the one medicine was supposed to be taken every 4 hours. Well, I was taking the wrong one every 4 hours. I was taking the prednisone every 4 hours.
Oh my gosh.
Yes. So about 10 o'clock, and I mean, I started feeling real weird. I was hallucinating. I said, Colin, something's really bad wrong with me. He said, what do you mean, Mom? And I said, everything don't seem right. I just thought I'd done something. So he said, he looked at my bottle. He goes, Mom, have you been what are you doing? I said, well, I've been taking this medicine every 4 hours. It might have been even 2 hours. He said, Mom, you're not this one, the other one. I wished he would have been giving it to me instead of telling me to take it. I was taking wrong. Oh God, here we go with the spam bots. But
Oh.
anyway, I went to go to bed. I was trying to calm down. I was breathing real fast. My heart having heart palpitations. It was insane. So I went in and tried to lay down in the bed, but my husband, he said, just calm down. I'll rub your back. You're going to be okay. Start drinking water. We called the Poison Control Center. They said, have her start drinking a lot of water, try to flush out of her system.
Mhm.
And anyway, I was sitting there and all of a sudden had this real bad chest pain in my chest. And I thought, this is it. I'm going to die.
Oh yeah, I've been there before.
Yep. And so I thought, I felt it. I felt like I'm going to die. So I just prayed, God, I think I'm dying. If I do, please don't let me go to hell, whatever. But anyway, I got up and I told my husband, I said, I'm dying. I'm really actually dying. And it was crazy. But anyway, after that, he said, you calm down, you calm down. Well, I started walking down the hallway and I thought all of a sudden, my brain was just like, I was really, really out of it. All of a
Mhm.
sudden, I was hallucinating. I told Kim, I said, there's mud all up and down the hallway. I can't get through the hallway because of the mud. And he said, Nora, get a hold of yourself. Well, the worst thing you can do to somebody is when they're having an allergic reaction to medication, they're hallucinating, is to tell them they're hallucinating.
Right. You go
Right.
along with what they're saying.
Just
Yeah.
go along with what they're saying. It's just like people with Alzheimer's. You got to go along with what they
Right.
say.
Right.
Well, when he said to me, Nora, there's no mud in the hallway. You're not walking through mud. You calm down. It's the medication. That's when I freaked out. And it was freaking scary. So
Mhm.
finally I started peeing and then it was okay. And I told my doctor, I said, never again, don't you ever give me prednisone. Well, it's my fault because I was taking it wrong. Now he'll give me the shots of
Isn't prednisone for people who are having bad nerves or something?
Well, it's for
prednisone.
autoimmune diseases. They give that for autoimmune.
Yes, autoimmune disease. It's a steroid, or like sometimes some people have like an allergic reaction and break out all over the body. Sometimes
Right.
for different
They
things.
give it to me. They give it to me for asthma.
It's a steroid.
And
When
I
your
was
lungs
having
get
an allergic
full of
reaction.
fluid.
Well, now if I have a lupus flare up and it's bad enough that I have to go to the doctor, I take Plaquenil once a week, which was actually a medication for malaria. And then when
Yeah.
we went to Africa, he had to take the very same thing that I take the generic for it. But he had to take the very same thing for 6 weeks
Leave
before he
me
went to
alone,
Africa.
Miss Seven Bell.
What is she doing up there, pucking her lips and all that?
I'm just pretending I'm
I've
Laura.
got an itch and I'm trying to itch it. Miss Seven Bell's like taking a minute.
Nora's just posing away.
You may show y'all some coins.
I thought she was going to show us Miss Cornhole.
I'm going to show you the cornhole.
Miss Seven Bell, I've done a video of some coins.
Oh, you did do a video?
I'll have to check it out.
You already did, Brenda.
Oh yeah, I did look at yours. I remember now.
Found you? Oh, God.
You come in that little bitty envelope.
She's going to show us some coins. Where'd she go?
She's going to show us cornhole. I can't get that out of mine.
Lorna.
I really
Lorna.
thought
That's funny.
Do you have Butterfingers in the UK?
Do I have what?
Butterfinger candy bars.
No.
How about Payday candy bars?
Nope.
How about Baby Ruth candy bars?
Nope.
I don't like Baby Ruth. I think they look like turds.
That made me laugh. I've hurt me lips.
all they are is Payday candy bars dipped in chocolate.
Yep.
If it's got peanut butter in it, no thank you.
If you want to eat something that tastes just like a Payday, get you some candy corn and peanuts and eat them together.
Tastes that would.
Tastes just like a Payday candy bar.
Can you eat peanuts, Lorna?
Yeah.
Well, then you can eat peanut butter.
She'll like peanut butter.
I just don't like peanut butter.
A lot of English people
Some people
don't.
just don't like the texture of things.
No.
Well, what I've got is not peanut butter.
A lot of English people and Australian people I've noticed they don't like peanut butter. Like a lot don't. Ain't that right, Lorna Boo? What you got? You got a knife up there, girlfriend?
She got a bag scratcher.
Oh, I thought she was going to stick a knife in her ear.
There's that girl.
Ooh, coins.
Is that your pennies?
It's a whole bunch of pennies from 50 years, 1959 to 2008.
Oh, nice.
Ooh, cool.
Cool.
This one was missing ones. This one comes and you have to put them in the thing. I thought that gave. Marion did it, and he said one of them's missing. I said, "Oh man."
Oh, that's
well, you'll find it.
Somebody else, we'll get one.
You'll find it.
We'll buy one. In other words,
what
That's what I mean. You'll find one somewhere.
And then these are some of the things that people sent me. It's called a memory. That's my memory box of some certain coin givers. So
every time my sister comes up to see me, I have to turn on. You know what? She don't want to watch my channel.
Here's the
She says,
1924
"Can we watch?"
Mercury dime.
She'll say, "Can we watch the Southern Belle lady?" I'm like, "Okay, let me get her on." She just loves watching the Southern Belle. I thought she was going to die when you did that video with your doll I sent you. My sister goes, "Oh, where'd she get that cute doll?" I said, "I made that."
Here's some
stupid
more
sister
pennies.
made
I love that doll that you made.
The kind
I
of
do
felt
too.
Yeah, the next giveaway after I made 3 of these Pride blankets. I'm gonna say Pride Month is not only in June, it's all the time.
Somebody sent me this one. She lives in She lives
But I'm going to do a giveaway where if
in
you
the
win,
UK. She sent me this.
Nice.
Ooh.
She sent
but
it.
yeah, I'm going to do a giveaway. If you win the giveaway, I will make a character doll of you.
Now that's not gonna look too good when I win 2 giveaways in a row.
Well, you know what? You can win all the giveaways in a row you want, Shug.
I want to win some of them now. Hey, Lorna, can you if somebody sends you U.S. money, have you got a place where you can turn it in and get UK money for it?
Lorna, she's thinking.
Yeah, we did have one. I'll let you know over the weekend.
All right, let me know something.
Because most of ours has actually been shut down.
All right, well, I got a question for you. If somebody sends you a card, but they pay U.S. money for it, can you still use it?
You can use you can send an Amazon card, and it'll be to the UK, and they'll do it for her like that.
I have PayPal.
I don't have PayPal.
Yeah, but you probably know someone who does.
I know someone that's got Cash App.
No,
I don't do Cash App. I got money stolen from me on Cash App. I don't trust it. I know
Well, now,
people.
my daughter's never had trouble with it, and my granddaughter has a Cash App, and she's never had any problems with it.
You have a Walmart where you live, Brenda?
We did.
You can get a PayPal card at Walmart's.
Oh, okay.
You can. Somebody told me that you can get a
And
card.
so what I do, just give her the number off the back of it, and she can do it that way.
But all I'm going to say is don't forget the money difference.
I don't know, but I'd have to talk to Kathleen. Kathleen talks to me about PayPal cards.
I'm so mad at Amazon with the way they did Nancy Strand and the way they did me. Yeah, I know.
Did Nancy ever get that back?
No, and
what happened?
because it was my fault. I just thought she had a Gmail account. I thought it said she sent me her email and it was her name, and then I thought it said Gmail. It was my fault.
I don't know what they are.
So anyway, when I sent the money, then I get an email about 3 days later from Amazon, and they said there is no such email address. So I'm like, okay. So anyway, they didn't say nothing about returning me my money, sending my money back to me. So anyway, we had to file this big old thing, and they said in 6 weeks you should have the refund back on your in your account for the Amazon. So this has been a good 2 months or longer. So anyway, so then they told me that they were going after it was about 6 weeks that they were going to issue me a refund. And so they issued it on June 22nd, and they said it could take 6 to 8 weeks. I said, it's already been 6 to 8 weeks. I can't turn around and pay and give Amazon another $20.
It's funny how they can take it out in 3 seconds, but it takes them 3 months to give it back.
Yeah, so poor Nancy, I keep telling her. So, and so she won my monetization giveaway, which was an Amazon card for $20. That was good 2-3 months ago. So they still ain't giving back. I mean, I live on $205 a month. And, my husband works at Walmart. He makes like $800. I can't turn around and do that again, And so poor Nancy, here she is hanging out, been trying to get her money. And I'll tell you what, if they don't got that money back in my account, today's the 30th. It's the 30th now. They don't got that. I'm giving them until the 5th. And this is ridiculous. Where's my money? If they couldn't issue the money, then it seems to me like they just have that $20 sitting there in their Amazon and kept
How many times have you had to call?
Yeah, I did
problem with Amazon. Now I've always had good luck with Amazon.
I know, but a lot of people say that they've had this happen too. But I just do the chat. The thing you can't call them. Do the chat.
Oh no, I have to have a real person. I
usually talk to a real person, but
they wouldn't let me talk to it.
Understand the real person. I say, look here. I mean, no disrespect about this, but I can't understand a word you're saying, and I need an American, please. get
Well, I had that'll get it straightened out, but I'm probably going to have to end up sending her the money. She's in Canada, so she'll get more than what I send her. But it's so
Who
ignorant.
is it?
Nancy Strand, bless her heart. I mean, that
What's
makes me
the money difference over there, Lorna, and the money between over there and over here in the States? What is the difference?
It's between. It can be anything. It changes on a daily basis.
I won't let them go 96. I don't ever let nothing go.
I've sent money over to Canada before. I sent $20 to somebody in Canada.
Well, I sent someone in Canada some money through PayPal.
Yeah,
and it was £50 my money, and it worked out $77.
So what is if what's $20 of American money to Canada?
I don't know. She would never spend it. You have to ask Alexa. Ask Alexa.
My Alexa's
Alexa,
stupid.
what's 20 pounds of Canada's money?
Not 20 pounds.
Alexa, shut up. Watch this. Alexa, you're fired.
No. My Nancy.
I'm gonna do that with ours tomorrow when James wakes up to go to work.
Alexa, go home.
Mine said no.
Now I give you the magic wand. Abracadabra. I am now rehired.
You know what? For about a month at 3 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning is the witching hour. My stupid Amazon would come on, or Alexa, she'd come on and tell me a oatmeal recipe, cookie recipe.
Your son did that. You do that. You can do that. Alexa,
no, I don't want to know what it is.
In 30 minutes, how to bake a cake. Here's the recipe. 2 cups of
Alexa,
flour, 3
shut it.
cups of sugar.
You know what? And sometimes my birds will, in the night, they make these little cooing sounds, and they sound like they're talking to each other, like it sounds like somebody talking, and she'll answer them, which she thinks they're saying stuff to her. And I'm laying there sitting over there in the chair trying to sleep, and I'll say, "Would you bird shut up, Alexa, shut up?" And then all of a sudden you'll hear, and I don't know whose room that's come from till it wafts its way down the hallway. Usually Colin's farting, Kim's snoring, Colin's farting, dog's snoring.
Tell Alexa to fart. Alexa, fart. You hear?
That was a fun one.
Alexa, volume 10. Alexa, fart.
Alexa, shut off.
Asking me to fart 5 times in a row.
Alexa,
or say random.
Alexa, random fart.
Okay, here's Big
That
Fart.
was a quick toilet one. Try asking me for a very uncomfortable fart.
Alexa,
or say random.
Alexa, random.
Now mine's doing it.
You're setting mine off in the kitchen.
That was a cheap wobbling one. Try asking me for a silent fart.
Alexa, shut
or
up.
say random.
Alexa, shut up.
All right.
Okay.
She gets cocky after she farts.
Mine says, "Okie dokie."
Oh my God, that's hilarious.
Hi, Lyris Bor. I'm sorry, honey, if I slaughtered your name. God bless you. Everybody connect to everybody. Y'all need to be dropping their links. Oh my God, the number 13's up there. Somebody either drop out or drop in. No, don't you dare drop. You keep your butt up there. Lord Boo. Don't leave.
I'm in. I've just turned my YouTube off. So you got less than 13 now.
Well, turn your YouTube on, lovey.
Well, you said you didn't want 13 people watching.
I don't like that number.
Angie, check your YouTube.
13's been lucky for me.
To make sure if you've got any more family, because I put you on my community tab.
She's at $4.94.
Nice.
Well, you might get to the 500 today. My UK lot are probably still asleep.
Thank you.
Y'all could be dropping those linker dinkers if you want to.
I'm dropping them. I'm dropping it.
Well, give me a minute because I've just shut my YouTube down.
Yeah, drop mine too, Mr. Southern Belle. I'm on my phone. I can't.
Oh, you want me to drop your link?
Mm-hmm.
Now, what's your name again?
Belle. You better be
I'm
nice.
just teasing. I'm
Butthole.
just to look at.
Butthole.
Booger nose. Something about a cat somewhere in here. A cat face.
No, it's just the life and stuff.
I can't find you. You're way up
Human
there.
relations. What you talking about up there? Talking about relations. What'd she say?
I can't find you. It went
Oh
too
God,
far
here's
up.
the fucking horrors again. Get out of my chat.
I reported them people.
Reported who?
It's these
It's one of those bots that
spam bots. Or whatever.
yeah, the pain in the bum.
Yeah. You got trolls. We need to do a troll night. No,
Hey, honey, on my old channel, I used to have trolls. Saturday night was Troll Watch. Man, I would get some of the biggest views you ever seen in your life.
Oh, we need to do it again.
Well, they come on in. Come on in. They can come in now if they want.
They're coming in.
That way you can get some views.
Anything in the world. I wish they could say that. They can say horror all they want. Just don't say that F word. Trolls, whatever you are.
Let me see if I can find Brandon.
Is Chris here? Which Chris? Chris Kell. My sister Chris Kell is here. I don't see Chris. He usually comes in.
Someone else is live, so he might be there.
Yeah, there's lots of people live. There's like 26 people in my people I know that's live.
You know Zach, don't you, Nani?
Zach and Crafts and More.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is he live?
He's live at the moment, so he's probably in there.
Yeah. I just saw 96 is what the G, Chris. A way to go. I guess he means way to go or well that thing is still there. Oh, I can't do it. Oh, wait a minute.
It's blocked. It's saying
Oh,
it's
okay.
blocked.
I was gonna say because it won't let me block it or whatever. It's blocked. So what you been doing, Lorna Boo? I ain't seen you for a few days. I haven't been live for about a week.
Not a lot. Catching up on some sleep.
Yes, you need to catch up on your sleep, sweetheart.
Well, no, I've actually had workmen here taking off tiles and putting new tiles on the roof.
Ooh.
So
are they cute guys?
Do you have shingles? Do you have shingles? Do you have shingles on your roof or tiles?
Tiles.
Oh, we have shingles here.
But the point is, it's been raining.
Now, 96, is that really you or is that somebody else? Because I don't see a face. We'll see. Yes, that's 96. Yeah.
There's 96.
Hey, 96.
Hi, darling.
Hey, y'all.
Hey, 96.
Hey.
How you feeling, sugar?
I'm feeling better. It's getting there. It's just going to be a slow progress, I guess.
Oh.
Did you figure out that one thing I put in your box? You know, I always, it's like a little plastic thing.
The clear thing?
Yeah.
No.
Are you sending her condoms?
No, I sent everybody something.
No, it was hard.
It was a piece of plastic. I didn't know what it was about, so I sent it to 96. I said, "It's me, Angie, some Oriental silky things." And when she did the opening, she said, "And these are, yeah." And I said, "Yeah, we don't know what they were either."
They were very pretty, though.
They're pretty, but it was just fun sending stuff. Me and my sister didn't know what the heck they were, so we sent them to everybody else. G says, "Send this one to 96, this little plastic bag." We couldn't figure it out. I said, "Okay, we'll send that to 96." She said, we'll send that to Esme. So she puts the stuff in there. Oh, it's funny.
Belle, I want to thank you for recommending Tom Girl City. I subbed to her, and she is such a sweet young girl.
Tom Girl City?
Do you remember her?
Yes, she's a singer.
That's right, she does.
Yeah, her and her mama.
Yes, that's right, her and her mama. Well, she's a doll.
Yeah. Is her mama still alive or is she passed?
Oh, no, she's alive.
Okay. Yeah, I used to watch them.
What's it? What are they called?
Tom Girl City.
Tom Girl City.
Yeah, her mother and her sing together. You ever
What's
watch
one
JoJo
line?
Strong? She's a good singer too.
She they seem like they have a real hard time, but she doesn't have a cash app, or I mean, she don't want to share anything like an email or her birthday is coming up. I want to think she said Sunday, and I was wanting to send her a little something, you know.
I don't have her email.
And
I had
she
a
just
lot of people's emails, but I don't.
she just acts like she's too afraid. So
Yeah, some people are. Now, how in the world do you make a? People been telling me to make a Amazon wish list, and I'm like, how do you even do that? And how do you do it? And how
I
do
don't
they
know.
how do they see it on YouTube?
That's something
you
KK
see
can
it.
help you with.
You see it, and it's like a list you keep. And when you get ready to order whatever's on your wish list, you move it over into your cart. They don't actually see it. It's like you keep a list of like your groceries or whatever.
Yeah.
This is a list you keep and look at, and as you want to buy something on your wish list, you move it over to your cart and purchase it. It's just a reminder to let you know that that's something that you wanted.
Oh, they just tell me. People told me, I want to send you something. Do you have a or buy you something? Do
Yeah,
you have a?
I have actually known people to put Amazon wish list on their YouTube,
Yeah,
and
I
other
know
people have actually bought what is on
right,
Amazon wish list.
yep, that's right. But you
So
have
Yeah,
to
I
share
don't
it
know how you do
with
it, but
YouTube. You
other
may
people
have to
will.
Google that.
Yeah, a load of people have done it, and other people have bought it for them.
yeah.
KK
I
might
usually
know
look at
how. We
what
might have
people
to ask
want.
her.
I usually
I've
look at
got a
people
wish
want
list,
on the
but
wish list.
it's just for myself. You know,
What was Kenneth talking about at pizza? What I didn't get that. What was he talking about a while ago?
Huh?
Huh?
I have no idea. I have no idea.
I didn't understand. He was just wanting a pizza and somebody to treat him.
Oh, is that what it was?
Pretty much that's what it is. Would y'all please treat me to a sub sandwich from Marlowe's up there?
Oh,
Well, he called me and asked me if I would that he didn't have anything for supper, and if I would buy him a pizza, have a pizza delivered to his house, and he'd pay me back when he got paid.
oh,
But I told him to take his noodles at the house and make a noodle salad out of it, like with relish and
He wants
mustard
the
and
pizza.
mayonnaise.
He wants the
He
pizza.
wants pizza.
A pasta salad.
Yeah,
well, Lord
but he
God,
wants.
I wanted an Italian sandwich, but I stayed home and had
where
that
was he
peanut
want?
butter
Where was he
mayonnaise
wanting the
sandwich.
pizza from? Would you have to call where he lived and have a pizza delivered to
Yeah,
his address, or
yeah. Off of your card number.
where was he wanting a pizza from?
I don't know.
Who was doing this? Brenda.
Kenneth.
Kentucky fam was wanting a pizza, and I was like, "Son, what are you talking about?"
I'll be
I mean,
right
if I had the money in my account, I mean, I just paid all my little piddly bills. Well, I don't have them,
Well,
so
we get paid Friday, so you know how it is.
I got paid a day, and it's like, no.
No, I know how it is.
All my bills have just come out as well.
I'm not gonna I mean, I'm sorry. I don't know Kenneth, and I'm not going to buy him a pizza. Sorry. I mean, if he can, he can go to a church if he's hungry. He'll figure out a way. But to buy somebody some pizza to be delivered, I just part of me just.
Who is
Everything's so
Kenneth now?
expensive.
I missed something somewhere. Who is Kenneth?
Kenneth is this Kenneth, Kentucky Kenneth.
Yeah, he always calls me mom. I love Kenneth. He's a sweetheart, but
He's
I
a good
could
guy, but I mean,
I
I've
couldn't
been
understand what he
hearing
was
so
trying.
much from people. I'm kind of weary lately.
He has about a 15-year-old mentality.
Yeah, I understand that.
So
But you can only be good to so many people, and then after a while, bam,
Mm-hmm.
you walk away
Yeah,
from
you
it.
have to be
mm,
careful, and you don't want anybody to take advantage of your kindness either,
Yeah.
yeah.
I wish I could make everybody in the world a crocheted blanket.
Well, now if
Yes,
he
please.
hadn't had food in the house, that's one thing. But Deb could make a pasta salad for tonight and for tomorrow's lunch. You know what I'm saying?
I've always got something that I can always dish something up.
Yeah, me
Well,
too.
like I told him when he buys groceries, when Deborah buys groceries this month, he needs to get some extra cans of tuna fish, extra
Mm-hmm.
cans of chicken,
That's what I've
and
done.
extra noodles and macaroni and stuff, and keep stuff where they can make a cold salad because it's summertime.
We
Pasta
budget.
salads are good.
We shop about every other month, every 7 weeks, sometimes we go as far as 2 months. But when
That's
we
what we
grocery
do.
shop, we set and we think it out what we're gonna do so we can plan meals. We
Yeah,
don't
that's
have
what
nothing,
Hmm.
but we're very conservative about what we buy and we plan it out and we don't waste, we don't buy nothing fancy. We don't do nothing that
we look for the
make
deals. Yeah.
we make sure
What
we
about
buy uh we had to file bankruptcy on medical bills. This is old news, as old as you can get. But they told us it would be 5 years, and it was $20,000. It was 114,000 first, but our lawyer is so good, she got it down to 20,000. But because we let them take our income tax for the last 2 years, we got it paid off. I'll tell you what, there is no better feeling than to be completely debt free.
Oh, I know.
I
We
tell
don't
you what, I
owe
wanted to
anything.
eat out today, but I have food in the cabin. I was thinking, I have money. Don't get me wrong, I have money sitting in my wallet. But I'm thinking, I want to hold on to that little bit of money I
I
got
don't
for
even know
just.
what money looks like anymore. I
I
do
do.
not.
I have cash, but the thing about it is, I'm thinking I look in the cabinet. I got peanut butter, onion, bread, things
Yeah,
that need to be ate up and get out of here. So
Hmm.
you think about you spend
Yeah,
this money.
Nani. That's what money looks like.
Yeah, I got it. I got
I know
money.
your beautiful money is so freaking awesome. You guys have the most beautiful money.
They
They
do.
do.
I'm lucky I got some cash, but I wanted an Italian sandwich. I said, nah,
Ain't
I'll
got a
just eat
lot,
what
but
I got here. Eat what you got at
It's
home,
funny
man.
what you got though.
Huh?
Let me tell
Well,
you what gets me. Y'all know I work for the Dollar General, right?
yep.
Yep. No, I didn't know where you
Right.
worked. Sorry.
Yeah,
I do
I work
not.
for the Dollar General, and I can't tell you how many times I've been at the register and somebody will go to pay for their stuff and they'll be like $3, shy, and don't know me from Adam, and look at me and say, "Oh well, this is all I have.
Oh,
Do you have $3?" And I look at them, and I'm like, "Do you see where I'm working at? And I'm a
yeah.
lady, and you're a man." And you just offended me. That's what I'm thinking in my mind. But
Yeah.
no, I don't.
Hmm.
I
Did
mean,
you
Yeah.
here's
if
your
I done
saying
that
for this
all
one?
day, if I done that all day, I wouldn't make a dime.
You know
Now
what,
I do
Angie?
have a little bit of change to the side for the little kids that come up and, they're a quarter short or something like that. But for a grown adult, and especially when it comes to somebody who doesn't know me, and for them to ask me, "Do you have $2 or $3?" And I'm like, "No, I don't. Do you see where I'm working?
I would say
Yes.
No."
love. I would say
Well, you know
love.
what? The Bible says charity. The Bible says charity begins at home.
Right.
Okay.
It's
But
But no,
I
if somebody asks you for money, and even if you have it, sometimes you want to say, "Do I look like Tilly the teller?" Now
Right.
this lady, she goes around all the time in the parking lot, and I don't know what it is. She always asks me for money, and then I say, "Hold on, here now. Let me call this number and let them come out and help you, ma'am." There's people who will come out and help you. That's what you should tell them. Say, "Hold on, let me call this number. There's Salvation Army that can help you with $3 or $4."
my dad always used to say to me, my dad used to always tell me, the people that need money will never talk about it.
They won't ask.
Right.
Yeah.
It's the people
I
that
would never ask. I just would never do that. You know, and I mean, just like today, I really felt rotten. But yet, what did I do? I went to work. I didn't want to inconvenience my coworkers to come in on their day off, so I went in, stuck it out, and worked. I mean,
Yeah.
I worked many a day sick, you
Right.
yeah,
know,
Hmm.
and I don't make a lot of money. And I
right.
sure am not in there working my fanny off to give a stranger $2 or $3. And like I said, I mean, that goes on off and on all day long. People asking for money.
I would give my shirt off my back. But the thing is, I'm going to make sure the person's really telling me the truth. I was in the bank
Yeah.
one day. I went in the bank one day when my dad, when I quit teaching school because of my epilepsy, I couldn't keep doing it. Couldn't because I was around those children. It was too hard. But that when I quit that, I was let's see, I was 50 years old when I retired from school. But I went ahead and took took on a couple of people for home health care because I have my CNA for years. And so I thought, well, I can do that. And then it was really hard for me for the state to approve me to take care of my father and my mother. And they were one of my clients, and I got paid from the VA because I went to work for the VA. But I met so many people. Like I would go to the bank because what I'd have to do for my dad is he got a check from he was in World War II and he got a veteran's check. He had he had his Social Security and all that, his pension and all that stuff, but he also got a check from the VA. Well, I was every time I'd go to the bank because he would want me to go get him. He wanted $1,000 cash out of that account every month. He'd get $1,500. He wanted $1,000 every month. Well, anyway, I'd go get his $1,000. He wanted to keep some money at home in his little safe. It's just really cute. But I would be up there with that money, and it's like every time I thought, is it just me? But when I'd go up there to cash that check and get that money to come out of the bank, there would be people up there around that bank asking me if they could have money. And
Oh,
so
yeah.
I'd only go once a month. Well, I told the girl one day, after about 6 months, I said, are these people always here? She said, they flock around this bank and they know you're in the bank. So there would be people
Some of
out there.
those people that ask for money are wearing the most expensive tennis shoes.
Oh my God.
They're on the side of the road. They have more money than we have. And they stand
And I
on
mean,
wearing
don't get me
expensive
wrong now,
t-shirts.
I do help people.
Oh, me
And like
too.
people that comes in the store that I know, if they're a couple dollars shy, and they always give it back. We've got this one guy that everybody calls him Rock Man, but his name is Ben, and he was homeless for decades. Well, he started like picking up trash uptown and just doing small things at the what do you call it, like some of the citizens where I live will open up a little shop,
Yeah.
and
Uh-huh.
he would empty their trash cans for them or pick weeds out of the flowers in front of the store. Well, those started giving him a couple of dollars here and there.
Uh-huh.
And he straightened up because he used to be a bad wino. And I hate to say that, but he did.
Well,
And
turns.
he just straightened up. So they got the town involved and bought him a little outbuilding, a pretty good size
Uh-huh.
one. And they sheetrocked the inside of it, put steps, put him a microwave in there, a mini fridge, a sink. And so now he has a
Yeah.
home. Well,
Uh-uh.
he also feeds feral cats. Um, and he gets a little check, and we all know that. But now if he comes up to the store and picks up trash, I'll say, go get your cat some food and let me pay for it for you. You
Right.
know. But I'm just talking about people who don't even know who I am. They don't know. I mean, my husband just went back to work, because he had COVID and almost died.
Yeah.
I missed 5 weeks of work. I mean, we was really having it hard. And just the audacity of somebody to say, well, you got $3. No, I don't have
Yeah.
$3 for you, or I might
Right.
have $3, but not for you.
Yeah. Sometimes people got nerve, Aston, and
Well,
sometimes you give something to people and they don't even appreciate it either.
Yeah, but
well,
then, you have others that really do appreciate a couple dollars,
Yeah.
right.
like
Well,
me.
like the bank story thing with me. One time I went in the bank and there's this lady sitting in this chair. Like the bank that my dad and mom would bank at is this really cute. It don't even look like a bank. It just looks like a little country. I mean, it's pretty good size, but it looks like a country. It's got a front wraparound porch. It looks like a house. It's really, really beautiful. And
Oh,
it's all decorated with like antiques and primitive items and stuff like that inside. It's beautiful. It's just the ambiance is beautiful. Well, they do have a big front desk and
Oh,
everything.
Lord,
Yeah.
she left us.
Well, anyway, I went in there one day to cash that check for my dad, and this guy was sitting up by the counter, and she was in one of the wingback antique couches like they had or whatever. And she's sitting there, and she goes, "Nora, how are you?" And I didn't. I looked at her, and I didn't know who the heck she was. And she goes, don't you recognize me?" And I was like, "No." How she recognized me, I don't know, because I'm 150 pounds heavier than I was in high school. But anyway, she said, "It's me, Beverly." And I'm like, "I know several people. Beverly who?" Well, when she told me who she was, I was like, "Oh my God," because this girl was a homecoming queen when, she had got on drugs. Well, she looked so bad. I mean, she's 50 years old, but the drugs had wore down to,
Mm.
well, and she looked at me and she goes, can I borrow $20 from you? Well, when she said that, I thought she's wanting that money for drugs. And she said, because I haven't ate in 2 or 3 days, and I could tell she was just really, fidgety and everything. And I was just like really shocked when she told me she was. And I said, "Listen, right across the road was a restaurant." And I said, "If you're hungry, I'll go over there and I'll order you some food. But I will not give you $20. She said, "Why won't you give me $20? And I said, "Because I'm afraid to," and I just come right out and said it. I thought, you know what? Don't, it's my mouth and my mind, and I'll say what I got to say. I said, "Because I'm afraid you're going to go buy drugs with it."
there you go.
And she said, "No, I'm hungry and I need the money for food." I said, "Well, then come on. If you need it for food, let's go across the street." "Well, I don't like their food." And I said, "Listen, okay, this is enough." I said, "I got to go to work, by the way." And I said, listen to me. I said, "If you're hungry, you'll eat food from anywhere. And I'm not giving," and then she goes, "Well, just give me the $20 and I'll get what I like." And I'm like, you know what? Beggars can't be choosy. And I hopped my butt in the car and I left. And I thought, boy, haven't seen this person for 30 something year, 40 years, almost 40 years.
Beggars
And
can't be
just want
choosy.
the money for dope. And that has happened to me so many times. Now I'm good to people, and I will give you the shirt off my back. But when you act like a freaking idiot, like that chick was acting like,
Right.
so that is absolutely ridiculous. How stupid I mean, I may be stupid, but I ain't that stupid.
Well,
Oh,
I told
outlaw, we
you.
know, honey. We're not talking about you, outlaw.
Well,
We're
listen,
not
I
talking
wear
about you,
Walmart
baby.
special boots and holes in my shirts and pants. I even put four pairs of pants in layaway on an account. I'm too poor. Social Security is not. Well, that's right, darling. Social Security ain't enough to live on. That's right. That's
Yeah,
No,
right.
but
it's not.
if you got a cell phone, you can make money off your cell phone. If you
Oh
got a
yeah.
regular Apple cell phone, you can use Shopkicks and you could go and make money off of it.
I sell stuff. Of course, that nothing sells good now anyway because nobody's got any money. But if you've got the internet, a person can usually make money. Get on eBay, sell things. Get on Etsy. Get on Macari. There's things all over the place.
And you
You
can do
know.
like this one guy. He had 7 kids, and he would work 2 jobs, and then he'd get on internet and he'd do reviews of certain things. He said, "They sent me some Cotexes, and I don't know where." And he did a review that I had my daughter do.
Well, my son went to school for medical billing and coding, but he still does. He does that, but works from home. But he also, my son is my Colin, the one that I'm getting onto because he comes in here and when he has to fart, he comes and farts by my laptop. But thinks he's funny, which he is, but still makes him mad sometimes. They got warned tonight. Don't be coming in and farting as soon as I go live. But anyway,
No gas in my room, please.
My son would never say anything. Yeah, I'm not talking about you, outlaw. I'm just talking about some of these people that are out there on the streets begging for money. They can always do, you know what I mean, darling. I wasn't talking about you.
Everybody's story is different. I mean,
yes.
Yeah.
But my son told me you never hear him say a bad word about anybody. He doesn't, he's a millennial. They're all different nowadays, kids, they're different from what they used to be. Well, he always tells me, he said, Mom, where there's a will, there's a way. And I said, well, some people don't have a will. Some people don't have a will to do things because their life has been so hard and so misfortunate.
Yeah.
Had misfortune after misfortune. They're just broken down and they don't have it, they don't know what to do. They need people like my son to say, hey. And I said, Colin, you'd be good. You'd be a good advocate for these people that are just broken down and they don't, like when I say there's a will.
Well, there's people that don't have money.
I'm Mark, darling.
But they can get a little side job. I cleaned houses. I went and walked dogs. I cleaned out litter boxes. But when I was moving,
there's always something.
I could have used some help. And I know there's some strong people out there that could help me, but they're just too uppity or too lazy to help a 66-year-old woman move some stuff to another house.
Mm-hmm.
They would have been paid, but they don't want to work. That's the thing. They don't want to work here in Georgia. And I'm sorry, but that's my
They're that way here in South Carolina too, babe. Don't worry about it. I mean, it's everywhere now.
I mean, I got pictures I could have somebody hang and pay them to hang some pictures, but I have to go farther out, find some guy way out. He's an electrician, plumber. I mean, but people need to realize people need pictures and people need.
Right. Yeah.
Here's a reminder. How to make a cake is a recipe: 2 cups of flour, 3 cups of sugar.
When my oldest son was 19 months. Listen to this story, girls.
Alexa, no more.
Tell her to shut up. I'm trying to talk. Alexa, shut up. Anyway, when my oldest son was 19 months old, his dad left us. Just left. Woke up one morning and he was gone. I thought he went on a fishing trip because he was talking about this fishing trip. And then he just never come back. And so I didn't have no way to pay the rent on my house. I didn't have anything. So, I mean, I come from a generation where we were different. We were ashamed or we were too proud or whatever to tell our mom and dad we were having, a lot of us come from that. Well, I'm down on my luck, mom and dad, because, you don't want to have to go home to mom and dad. Well, I remember my husband just up and left. He was gone. So I had to get out of that house. I had a car. I lived in a park for 2 months with a 19-month-old baby in the hot summer. Yes. In the hot summer, lived in my car with a 19-month-old baby, 2 months in the summertime because I was too proud to tell my mom and dad that my husband left and we had nothing. So anyway, I had a job. I worked. What I would do, my mother didn't know this for 2 months. I would get up every morning, drive my car, she took care of my son for me every day while I worked. She started asking me finally because I started saying, Mom, can I take a shower here? And I told her there was something wrong with the water. Well, it really was, it was a lie, but it wasn't a lie. There really was something wrong with the water. There wasn't no place to take a bath at my, So anyway, she started, well, Adam was 19 months old. He was learning to talk. He said, Mommy, we love living at the park. And she's like, what? And he goes, me and my mom sleep in the car at the park. He was getting old enough to talk. I love, and to him, it was just a party. He was 19 months old. So anyway, but he was, he was learning to talk and he'd say things. So one day I left and I go to the park and we were going to do our living there, my mom and dad pulled up behind my car, and my dad said, "What in the hell are you doing? How long you been living out here in this park?" And I broke down in tears and went to bawling, and it was hard. The stress was getting to me, you know. And I'm not saying I'm a good, you know, it's this is not like I'm something hot, you know, really awesome because I did this. I did this because I was proud and I didn't want to admit that, yeah, I didn't want my parents to know that my husband just up and left, you know. I didn't want them to know a lot of things. I didn't want to burden them mostly.
That's right.
So my dad said, get in that car and get your ass back to the house. And I moved in with my mom and dad. So I was there about 2 years, almost 2 years. Then finally we got, you know, I got back on my feet. But that was hard for me to, I didn't want to burden my mom and dad. They had raised me. I'd left home. I had my child, my husband. And, you know, it was you know, I had to tell them what went on. And I felt like a failure because my husband left us. Well, he was left us for another woman, left me for another woman. But, you know, it was hard to tell my parents about it. But nowadays, you know, I don't know. I don't
Well, a
know
lot
what
of people
but
don't
it's
realize
really
that
hard is all I can say.
there's a lot of single women out there struggling by themselves. And I saw this one girl. I used to work at a grocery store. She come in, you could tell she was struggling. She had a couple kids with her, and they looked like they look at the candy, their eyes would just light up, you know. And I studied people while they come in, you know. I said that woman could barely make it, you know. So I had $20, and I said, she was leaving. I said, "Ma'am, you dropped this $20 on the floor. Did you realize that?" And she looked at me. She said, "No, ma'am, that ain't my money." I said, "Well, whose is it?" She looked at me and she said, "I don't know." And I said, "Well, maybe God's giving it to you."
Yeah, that's awesome.
And
That's
I just,
I love to do things
I
like
just
that.
give it to her. I felt so much better. And those kids said, "Can we have some of that candy now?" And I'm like, I was just tickled to death, you know. If I do that, I go through a thrift store or something. I see there's people fighting to get something cheap in a thrift store. I said, "Ma'am, you dropped this $5 bill. Do you realize this?" That would be my pickup line. I don't want them to feel like I feel sorry for them. I'm giving them the money. I just say, and she said, "Well, no, I don't think I did, ma'am. I don't think I even had a $5 bill. I don't think it's mine." I said, "Well, I think God's giving it to you." She looked at me. She said, "Okay."
I'll have to remember that. I'm gonna try that. I love to do it.
I want to make them feel small that I've given them money. So I'd rather them think they dropped some money.
I like to go to the drive-through when I get food and tell the lady.
Pay for the person behind you.
Yes, I love doing that.
We did that one morning going to work. We pulled up to McDonald's to get something, and we ordered egg McMuffin or something. And so we get up there to pay, and the girl says, "You don't owe anything. The car in front of you paid." And I said, "Okay." I said, "Can you tell me what the people behind me got?" Because I thought if they got something too much, I might not have enough money to pay for it. And so she said, you know, told me it was going to be $10 or something. I said, "Well, let me pay for them." And anyway, when I went back, like the next day, we went through. I said, "What happened with all that?" She said, "All day long." That was a same girl was at the drive-thru. She said, "All day long, everybody was paying for everybody's food." She said, "And we have never had it go on all day long."
I love that. I love
Hey,
that.
that's awesome.
I love that too. I've had that happen too. I was at McDonald's. The guy in front of me bought mine. I bought the person behind me.
Yeah, that's
so only got a Coca-Cola.
I mean, you know, it makes you feel good to be able to help somebody, and especially, you know, if you've got a little extra and you can help somebody, by all means, do so.
Yeah.
You know,
well, I make stuff for people because I like to give people things, and they're like, "Well, let me buy that from me." I said, "Shut up! If I make it for you, and I'm going to give it to you."
Yeah, because the best ones are when they don't expect it. You know.
Yeah.
It's just unexpected. That's what
a thing about that I wanted to say about little children. Belle was talking about little kids wanting candy. When you teach school, you can tell if a child is eating healthy enough by looking
You are
at
absolutely right. You are. I've been there. I know what you're talking about.
You can tell by looking at their hair if they're getting enough to eat and enough nutrients.
Yes.
Their little kids will have, you know, little kids. Their heads never smell. You pick up a baby and smell its head. A 5-year-old, They always got that sweet little innocent. It's just something about. But
Baby shampoo smell.
yeah, or not even a shampoo smell. It's just a little smell that they have, But you can tell when a child has not had the right nutrition because their hair will be dull. It'll look like it won't have no shine to it. It won't have it. It'll just be. It's just crazy. But I remember there were so many kids.
I know. I can't
Yeah,
stand to see
some of those
kids.
kids that I taught, I'll see them now, and they're 25, 26 years old, and they still, when I tell, they don't know who I am, but I mean, until I tell them, but I always remember them. But there were so many kids that would come through that school. Every year you got them, and then they're gone the next year. You got them, they're gone the next year, starving to death, and you can tell by looking at their little head
When
of
they
hair.
get something, they love it, because my brother was also teaching. He
Right.
was a retired cop. He taught these kids, and he called me up and he said, "You still making that jewelry? I want you to make 13 necklaces." I'm like, 13 necklaces? Who are you going to? He said, "You don't have to make them big, make them real small. It's for little kids." I said, "Okay, what colors?" So I made 13 little
Oh, that's sweet.
necklaces, and he took them and they made me a picture.
Oh,
Man, I got to put away somewhere because, moving around and all that. So they made me some pictures and thanked me. So
I always used to take stuff to school. School teachers, they have to buy.
Oh, I know all
They
about
don't
that.
make money, but they don't make very good money, but they have to buy the majority of their teaching tools themselves.
And I
And
think
I
that's
would always
wrong.
take snacks. I would make peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. A lot of kids, back when I first started, they didn't have this, they didn't say peanut allergy, and then I don't know what happened then. But anyway, I would just make stuff and take to school. And I wouldn't tell my boss either. I'd just feed my kids, and I'd have snacks, and I'd have apples, and I had bananas. Well, then when the state came in on it, you can't give a kid nothing unless it's packaged individually. I
Oh
was like,
yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I'll be a monkey's uncle. I'll do it anyway. And if I lose my job, at least I know them kids been fed.
Mm-hmm.
Well, now, I have to truthfully say, I had one little boy, because I managed cafeterias
Right.
in the school service, school service. So what I did was I had this one little boy tell me the last day of school. To me, he was a little boy. He was 18. He graduated that day, his last day of school.
Right.
And
Yeah.
his last name was Boney. Him and his sister was in the ninth grade. He was a senior. And they got a half a day, and he come through the line to get his lunch. They got free lunch, right?
Hmm.
Well, he come through the line, and he went to go out the door to get on the school bus. And I says, "Well, what you doing this summer?" He says, "I'm finding me a place to live because my daddy says I can't live at home anymore since I graduated. I'm 18, and he can't afford to keep me up."
Oh, I've heard that a lot.
Yeah,
And I'll
I
tell you
know of
one thing,
parents, but they go ahead and tell their kids, now when you graduate, you need to
Exactly.
be ready to be on your own.
Exactly.
mhm,
Yep.
I mean, you
This
got
he
to
will.
make
said
them
he did
learn
not
how to do
know.
for themselves because one day they're not going to be a mom and a daddy. And if you do
Right.
for
Right.
them all their lives, what they going to do whenever you are really gone? Then they're
Yeah.
the
Well,
only
I
ones who
understand.
don't
I
know
had
what
a
to
good
do.
mama. My
I
mama
mean,
took care of me, and
well,
I
I
took care of her.
understand. I take care of my daughter, but she does work and buys her own stuff for her and her fiance and her kids. But she lives with me because her fiance is disabled.
Uh,
Well, I mean,
Well,
When they
I
if
got
you can
together,
make
he
it work,
wasn't.
that's great. But
Hmm.
now my kids, I've got 4 daughters. One of my daughters, she was 26 years old before she moved out. But now, she always gave me money for groceries. And she would give me money when she would get paid. Now, I never asked her for money. You
Hmm.
know,
right.
she would say,
That's
"Mama,
like
let me
my
pay your
fault.
phone bill. Mama, how much is the light bill this month? Let me give you some money on the light bill." But I never asked my kids for money. Never.
Exactly. And
Well,
that's how my calling is. We
But I
never asked
wanted
him.
them to be ready when they moved out. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Right.
yeah. Well, now, my daughter, Amber that lives with me now, she was 16 and she went to work. And my husband had back surgery and he was laid up for almost 6 months. She worked and brought her paycheck home and handed it to me and said, Mom, y'all need this. So I kept
Oh,
account. I kept account of how much she give us. And so when he went back to work, we paid her every penny back.
Oh,
see, that's awesome. But see,
well,
that's
you
what
know, my
family's all
Colin.
about.
I
Family
paid
is,
rent when I lived with my mother. When I
I
got
mean, that's just
unemployed
like
from work,
Outlaw
I
was
paid
talking about.
rent.
His dog got hit by SUV in the
Yep,
chat, and he
yep,
didn't know how he was going to get his dog to the vet because he didn't have the money. But then his
right,
mama helped him, and she didn't have the money either. But I guess she found it because she helped
right.
him, get his dog to the vet and get his dog seen about. I mean, you help family.
Oh, I'm
Well,
Yeah.
gonna
yeah, that's what we do.
let my kids have it before I have it. That's gonna be the
That's
truth.
right, Angie. That's exactly right.
That's the way
Well,
it
you
is
know,
with me too.
my
And I
I
help
mean,
Colin.
my grandkids a lot.
I don't have a lot of money. I mean, I really don't, and but I have enough so that if my girls do need help, you know, I want to have a little extra so that I can help them if they would need it,
Right.
or just like if the fridge goes out tomorrow. I don't want to have
Um,
to freak out because we don't have enough to buy a refrigerator. Of course, I wouldn't buy a brand new one.
Right.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know
Right.
what you're
You don't
saying.
want to
That's the
spend
way I
down to
am.
your last dime, but
Right.
My mother-in-law gets new furniture every 18 months. I swear every year and a half, and a new refrigerator every 2 years. We always get her hand-me-downs, and I'm glad to get her hand-me-down refrigerators
I
That's
bet.
right.
and furniture and cars, you name it.
But one
but you
time I
know
was
what
really
though?
good.
I see so much working at the store. I see these young people. I won't even list the age because I'm 55, so I'm talking about
Yeah,
people that's
youngin'.
like maybe
Yeah, 96
just
and I are
say
the
30
same
and
age.
30 and younger. Come up there
Hmm.
and buy chips and sodas and candy and just junk, 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 junk,
Oh
and
Yeah,
yeah.
they're
whip
food
out
stamps.
the EBT card, and it come
Yep.
up to be 40 something dollars.
Oh
And
yeah.
I've been
Hmm.
told this is several times a week. You see the same people come in and buy nothing but junk.
Because they
I'm
don't
like,
know the value of money because they got the food stamps. And I'm not saying now people don't need them, but God, I've been on food stamps before. I didn't go out
and
and
there's
buy
nothing wrong with that. But I mean,
it.
don't why does the government approve or the state approve of junk like candy? Candy
I
should
just
not
Well,
said
be.
I
You should
said
not be able to buy candy. I'm sorry, you just should not.
right.
here's what I'm thinking. If Walmart wants to empty their shelves, empty the candy and the chips and all that junk. The we can live without it. We've lived without it.
That's how they make the majority of their money though. They're
I
buying
know,
it
but they
from
could
this.
drop the candy, no chocolate, put apples and these
You know,
choices.
you know what really makes
What
me mad though?
outlaw? My
I have friends that have food stamps, right? And me and Fred don't, but I have friends that do. And they go buy these expensive steaks and stuff that me and Fred can't afford to buy.
I would
Yeah,
never. Me, I was on food stamps before, and I budgeted. I didn't go buy, but I see some people that are on food stamps, and they just eat junk, and I'm like, come on, really?
I
Hmm.
mean,
I don't
used
eat junk.
to
I mean,
you were
I'm overweight.
limited
I need
what
to.
you could buy, and now it's not that way. And I don't know why the system is set up the way that it is, but
Well, you can't buy liquor and cigarettes for those food stamps.
no,
No, but
but
people sell half their food stamps. Like if they have $200, they'll sell 200
right,
for $100 and go
yep.
get the. I've seen them do it myself.
I have
Nope.
to. I don't see why. Here's what I don't see what food stamps don't do. Let's say you get $25. The $25 is equivalent for only dairy products. So whatever you get has to be a dairy. 25 for vegetables, 25 for fruit, and 25 for bread. And
Right.
that's
But the way our system is set up, if they use EBT, I can see the balance that's on their card. Now, I think that's an invasion of privacy because
Right.
it's none of my business what they have on their card. But it
Right.
Hmm.
does show me They're balanced, y'all. And you wouldn't believe when these young girls will swipe that card, and this is after they've used it, have like $1,200 left on their card.
Wow.
Oh wow.
And they buy
Especially with this
nothing
COVID.
but junk. Now, mind you, we do have groceries and we have great food in the store. But these are
Yeah.
people that just blows it. Just literally just blows it.
Well, now I know I have a friend that gets,
Right.
because of COVID, she gets an extra $400 a month.
Shoot, we never spent
But
$400 a
I
month on
like junk.
groceries in
Don't
our
get me
life.
wrong, but I don't need junk, so I wish they would take it out of the store.
Well, you know what we don't do? I need to lose 150 pounds. Let me tell you. But one
I
thing
wish
we
they
do not
would
buy.
take it out of the store so I wouldn't be tempted.
One thing we don't buy in our house is we don't buy chips and candies. Now we have chips. Chips we will have every once in a while, but we do not buy candy. We do not buy junk. Now we'll have like Colin sometimes will get me like he got me some pretzels the other day and I like them,
Well,
but I
I
can't
can
buy that.
understand the chips.
Yeah,
I can understand
want to
chips.
have
You
a
know, that goes with
sandwich,
hot dogs, hamburgers. It
right?
goes with a lot of stuff.
But like candy, candy cakes and chocolate cakes, and you know what I'm talking about,
I
candy
wish they
bars,
would
all
take
this
it out of their house.
candy, because I
Yeah.
can't have it in the house because I will eat it and I would be puking and get fatter than I am. And my husband's diabetic and he would eat it all the time, and he's like 300 pounds skinnier than me. But we don't buy that, not because we don't want it, it's because we need other stuff, more nutritious stuff to
Yeah,
make a
we
meal.
do need better stuff. And
But
they
I
do
have
need
a
to
niece.
fix the
I
food
have a
stamps
niece.
where they eat nutrition. I think Walmart should take it off the shelf. No candy, no ice cream for a
But see,
They're
it's
while.
not
not
letting buy.
Walmart. It's the state and what the state approves. And I'd a whole lot rather you come through my line with a box of Debbie cakes than buy 3 candy bars and a box of Tic Tacs and a pack of chewing gum. You know?
Well, I know I got a niece. I ain't mentioning no names, but her kids won't eat anything but junk because it's her own fault. And then she gripes about it. Well, she's on food stamps. She buys fancy little pizzas that are on little tiny pizzas. This real fancy stuff that, my God, I would never, even if I had the money, buy that kind of stuff.
Uh,
That's just me because that is just like empty junk. I mean, I need nutrition. I'm an old damn woman. Excuse my language.
I don't. I
But
get addicted.
well, when I went to Costco's today, I spent $426, but I got 2 big things of hamburger. They were $27 a piece, for $3.99 a pound. And then I got chicken that was $1.99 a pound. I got I got a thing of chicken tenders and a thing of chicken breast for like $27 a piece and some other stuff. But it was
yeah,
food.
but it's food. You stuff you can make
Yeah.
meals out of and stuff
Oh,
like
now
that.
I got a bunch of sweets. I probably got $50 worth of sweets, but it's for 2 families. It's not just for mine. I
Yeah.
want my grandkids to have chips. I want them to have muffins. If they ask me for muffins, I'll buy for my grandkids and I won't buy for my house. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well, what gets me is when people that work hard for their money and they're probably middle class families, and then you have these people that get EBT cards that can go and buy this high priced seafood and just
Right.
and then you as a middle class family that works hard for your money can't even afford to eat anything like that, but they can
Oh,
just walk with that card and buy all this expensive seafood.
that's what gets me about steaks and stuff because we can't. I mean, we're more middle class, maybe upper middle class, but we don't. I can't afford to buy these
Oh,
packs
we'd
of
never
steaks
buy a
that's
steak.
$50 and $100 when I see them people on food stamps doing it.
We'd never buy steak. My husband hunts and he fishes. In fact, I'm always begging him, go fishing, go fishing. Anytime he's got a day off because I love fish and I want my catfish. You know?
Well, now my husband hunts. We get maybe 3 deer a year, and we have them processed. And
Yeah.
we keep my freezer full of. But we don't eat fish that often, but
Oh, I
we
love
eat a
fish.
lot of deer.
I don't eat
Oh
too much.
dear.
Well, Colin pulled a fast one on me. Now, deer meat, it's not like red, beef, red meat. I can't eat because can't digest it. But deer meat is so lean. I can eat it.
Yeah.
But Colin made he has my husband processes his own deer. I mean, when he gets one, he works and he cleans it and he wraps it and he does this. And we bought him
We used to, but we don't anymore.
in fact, for Christmas we bought him a meat grinder, real nice one, so he can make
Yeah.
deer burger and everything. And now I don't like a wild taste, but the way Kim did it, I guess he mixed it with ground chuck too. But Colin made deer chili, and I said I'm not eating deer meat chili because I can't stand the taste of wild meat whatsoever. Well, he said, "Mom, I'm just joking. I didn't really use deer meat." So I ate the chili, and it was the best doggone chili he'd ever made. And then he goes, "Mom, it was deer meat," and I'm like, "You little stinker."
Well, it depends on now when you kill a deer, you have to make sure you do it right, and then you have to make sure that you process it right. If you process it right,
Well, you know what I do when I cook
it
deer
won't
meat?
have that wild taste.
When I cook the deer meat for them, they get so mad at me, and I said, I'm who's the one cooking it? I'm gonna. What I do is if I'm gonna cook deer steak or something like that in the skillet or even a deer roast, I'll sit there and I'll rinse that off, and I'll put that in a colander, and I'll just keep rinsing that water on and pressing that blood out. Press that blood out. Press that
Okay,
blood
I'm gonna have to go to bed. I'm getting tired. I'm getting
Are you going to bed now?
I'll
thank
talk
you
to
for
you later.
coming,
Good
Letty.
seeing y'all. Bye bye.
Bye, darling. I
Bye-bye.
love you. But I'll take that deer meat and I'll like it's a deer roast, and I'll soak it in Coca-Cola, Coke or Sprite, diet. It's got to be diet. It'll
Dr.
tenderize
Pepper's good too.
any of that as long as it's diet. Soak that meat in that
Mhm.
soda pop, and it'll make it so tender. And in fact, I had my mother-in-law over one day for a roast, and she thought it was a beef roast. She said, "Boy, that's some good roast." I said, "That's deer roast." And she said, "Well, how'd you get that wild taste of it?" I said, "I pushed all the blood out of it." But if you just push it down on your hand, you just can almost turn that
Well, if
meat.
you soak it in buttermilk, it'll take
That's what
every
I
bit
was
of that
going to
wild
say,
taste
Brenda.
out.
Oh, I don't
Buttermilk
Soak
is
it in
good.
buttermilk overnight, and it takes a
Uh-huh.
lot of that wild
Yeah,
taste out.
And
I
it'll
just
take
push
every bit of the
blood
blood
out.
out too. And it'll be
I
so
don't drink.
tender, you can cut it with a fork.
I did that once before, but I don't never have buttermilk, and I won't buy buttermilk because when I first got my ulcer, I had to drink buttermilk for that, and it really did help my ulcer. But it just, oh God, I can't even have
You
stuff.
can add vinegar to real milk and you can do the same thing.
That's
Yeah,
right, Angie.
I can't handle goat milk, any of that anymore because, oh God, I had to drink it for so long. But I'll fool them.
Yeah,
They'll think they're
you get burnt out on that. Yeah.
eating deer meat.
Well, what I do is if my whole milk has the date and it smells like buttermilk, then I'll use it.
I've went completely off milk. I haven't had any for about a week and a half. I just can't do dairy anymore. I've become lactose intolerant since I've got old, and I just
Well, you
can't
need
eat.
to get the lactate milk like I get that's in the stores that doesn't have any lactose
No,
in it.
I won't buy it because it's extra money. I'm very
It
cheap.
does, but I still have to buy it for my daughter and me and my grandson when he's here.
We
See,
use
we
that
won't.
box milk a lot. You can buy that you can keep in the cabinet. And
Yeah.
if we want to cook
Yeah.
with that, we cook with
Oh,
that.
I will. Yeah, I buy powdered milk. Now this is what we do. And can tell it's just good. I buy powdered milk, and when we have to use milk, I just mix up some water milk, like if I make them gravy and make it like that. But I've just had to get off the milk, and I'm not going to pay for I'm not going to pay no money, fancy money
Well, now
for.
if I'm making gravy, I use evaporated milk,
Me too.
half milk
Oh,
and
I
half
don't.
water. That's what I use.
But I do buy the powdered
I
milk, but
have
I also
before.
buy the canned milk too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Well,
have
usually the
before. But
powdered milk, you can take 2 cups of powdered milk. I think it's a 3/4 cup of cocoa powder, and use a fourth of a cup of sugar, and you can make your own hot chocolate mix.
oh yeah, Yeah, I don't. I use powdered milk, but see, for my cooking. But my husband, he is the skinniest thing you've ever seen. He's had. They think that they think that he's had diabetes ever since he was a child.
Oh wow.
And he just wants to eat candy all the time. But he drinks, and when he ain't got no alcohol, no beer, no beer, he wants candy. That's one reason why I'm going back to not buying. I can't. We can't buy candy. We don't bring it in the house because an alcoholic, when
Yeah,
they're
my
not drinking,
stepfather used to crave sweets too, and
they want
he was an
sweet.
alcoholic. Yeah.
My husband carried around here a pack of Twizzlers. Would carry it around like it was his purse. I said, "Would you lay them damn things down? I'm getting so tired of looking at them Twizzlers." He said, "Oh, shut up." Well, the only thing he can't eat that because I mean, his sugar don't get over 150, but he works so hard. He is a hard worker. He puts about 12 hours in a day. He goes to work at Walmart. He has to walk that store, and he's like a manager. He's a manager of that. He has to keep track of everybody. And plus, then he goes out in automotives. He helps them work on the cars. He helps everybody in their department. No wonder he's such a grouch. But anyway, we can't have sugar in the house. I keep peanuts for him. Colin has stopped. His dad always wants to go to the grocery store, but Colin has started going out and he'll do the shopping himself to keep his dad from doing it because he'll buy junk. Because when he's not drinking, that's all he wants is sweets. So it's really, really hard.
Well, you have to make sure you're full when you go to the grocery store.
Oh God,
Oh
yes.
yeah, don't go hungry. You're
No,
No.
always have your lunch before you go. But
Mhm.
I don't go because I can't walk that long like I used to, and I'm not getting in no cart when I'm able to walk. But my knee gives out on me more than my knee giving out on me. It's my neuropathy in my feet from having.
Well, I have neuropathy in my feet too and legs. It's not
Me
fun.
too.
Have I have it from being anemic and being B12 deficient, and from my lupus. I don't have diabetes. Mine's caused
I
from
don't have
that.
diabetes. Mine comes from my autoimmune disease. My
Yep. Do you have lupus? Do you have lupus, Angie?
No, I have sarcoidosis.
Oh, honey, my Lord Jesus.
Yeah,
What's that?
Oh,
it's an autoimmune disease that of mine. It affects. You have tumors on any organ in your body, and mine hit the nervous system, my spine, and it took my ability to walk away from me.
so
And I
you
have
know what that neuropathy's like in your feet.
Yeah, and I have a pacemaker, which I have cardio sarcoidosis, which is the two
Oh, honey.
rarest types of sarcoidosis you can have is neuro and cardio.
Oh, I got chills. I know
Mm.
exactly what you're
You can
talking
have
about.
it in any organ in your body. You can have sarcoidosis in any organ.
And it's just like it's an autoimmune disease. See, I'm getting the chills now because my cousin has that. Oh, God, bless
You
your
don't
heart.
get cured. You don't get it's no cure, but they can treat it, and they treat it with steroids, which I'm finally coming off the steroids. I'm down to 4 milligrams. I'll start 3 milligrams the 1st of July, and I've been on steroids for almost 3 years now.
That
And
and lupus is
yes, are very
half
bad.
your body. It's like in your body, but it's like it's
Yeah,
hard to explain. It's in your body, but it's like it's
and the
against what
steroids destroy your body too. And I'm getting
exactly.
off.
Yeah. Yeah, I
That's
was
what
taking 5 milligrams for almost 10 years.
I was
that's what
because
happened to
I
my
was on
joint.
80 milligrams to start off with. 80 milligrams of steroids a day.
I
mm,
was on it for 15 years, Angie,
Oh,
and the doctor said your joints are deteriorating.
yeah.
You
I
know,
have
like
osteoporosis now. I have to take something for my
mhm.
osteo because of steroids. And
You
make
yeah,
know,
I have the osteoarthritis.
if and with lupus you have RA and you have osteo, and it's like, oh my God. But when people see you and you got a knee replacement and you're heavy, they're thinking, oh, you had a knee replacement because you're too fat to walk on your
and
knees.
see that's not true.
But that's not
No.
true. In my case, having lupus since I was 15 years old and have to be on steroids, and then my joints started going like I have cracked my hip. A lot of people think when you fall, you break your hip, but the thing is, your hip breaks and then you fall.
Right. That's what happened to my grandfather. He was walking for his heart, and then
Mhm.
he fell. His hip broke, and then he fell.
Right, your hip breaks first. But you know, a lot of people, like in my case, they think, "Oh, you're that chick, you got bad knees." Well, yeah, that don't help it. Oh my God, here's this bod again. But the steroids is what ruined my joints. But I had
Did
to be
y'all
on
see what
steroids.
Outlaw said? He said, I go hungry all the time, seems like.
Outlaw, God love you. No, don't go hungry, baby. Oh, now I'm gonna cry. Well, honey, how much? God love you. Is Outlaw? Now I'm gonna cry. I just can't. Can't
I
handle
don't
you.
want the thought of somebody going hungry. I don't like that.
Me either, honey. Do you get to eat every day?
He said, I can only afford junk food with no real food. Real food is too expensive. That is
Oh,
why I
God love you.
dumpster dive, and most businesses want the stuff they put in dumpsters for themselves, and it's not illegal where I'm at.
See, where I live here in Missouri, if you get caught dumpster diving, they'll arrest you and put your hind. Look, I still got a lot more to go on that.
They
Put your
will here too.
put your hind end in jail. Well,
Yep.
well, darling, and you know what? The thing about being poor is we have to eat a lot of food that's not good for us because we can't afford the
Then
stuff
yeah,
that's good for us.
that's true.
That's
That's
why I'm
right.
thinking the summertime we got, like last night for supper, my husband brought in, we have new potatoes. He dug up a bunch of new potatoes. Hi, Misha, darling, how are you? We had a zucchini, green pepper, and onion, and Colin put that in some olive oil and cooked that up. We had that for supper last night, and a chicken breast. Outlaw says, I got food right now. I hope to go to town first and get food. Well, God love you, honey. I wish I had the money. I'd send you. Oh, honey, don't go hungry. You got my email. Now I'm going to cry.
I know
Where
Don't,
my heart
where does
goes.
Outlaw? Where does
My heart
Outlaw?
goes out to Outlaw.
Where's Outlaw from? What state?
I don't remember where he said he was from, but he loves animals, and he's got a couple of dogs, and
Well,
it's just him and his
how does
dogs,
he
you
have
know.
internet service? Where does he have to go
and
to?
I don't want to think of your dogs being hungry either.
Well, I
Yeah, and I
mean, he could have a government phone. Who knows? I
Yeah,
don't know.
I didn't know if he had to go to the library or what, because we used to have people that would come into the library when I was a branch manager, and that's the only access they had to the internet was being able to come to the library and get on the computers because some of them were just too poor to have access to any other
he's in
type.
Arkansas. Well, baby doll, I don't want to think
Arkansas.
of you. I don't want to think of you being hungry. I could help you out in some way, hon. God, please don't. Oh, God, honey. I just don't want nobody to be hungry. There ain't nothing worse than going to bed.
Nobody should go hungry.
Not in the
Nobody.
United
Not in
States.
this United States. And you know, you get to go to the food banks. Okay, good. There is nothing worse than going to bed hungry. Now, if you're on a diet, you'll have to go to bed hungry. But there ain't no sense in nobody in this country having to go to bed
Well, now
hungry.
I'm on a keto diet and I don't go to bed hungry.
I know, but outlaw, yes, God does provide, but uh I don't want you to
But
have to
you
go to bed
shouldn't have to
hungry.
just eat junk food either, Outlaw. You should,
Oh,
eat like beans and potatoes and some kind of meat, whether it's burger or chicken or turkey or spams,
well,
weenies,
if you eat
something.
beans, if you eat pinto beans and rice, that's a full protein.
Oh
That's
Lord,
right.
we eat beans. We have brown pinto beans, black beans every single
We
week.
do too. We do too.
I cook
Uh,
a pot every week. Do you know what? If you got
Granny
stomach, go
Granny
ahead,
B,
Angie. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna have to get down from here. I just realized it was after 1, and I got to get up
I
and
know,
finish.
me too, darling. Me too, darling.
I've
Well, yeah, I'm
enjoyed
gonna go ahead
everyone.
and end this. But
I've
Well, y'all,
enjoyed
I enjoyed the chat. Y'all took
me
my
too,
mind off of
darling.
you know what. So,
Well,
Bye,
it was
honey.
nice meeting you.
I've been going
Granny,
live about twice a week now.
it's
But
been nice. I've really enjoyed it.
well, come back
Angie,
again.
I'm glad you growing your channel, baby.
Oh, I know. I'm excited about it.
Oh, she'll be
You
up to
might hit
5,000 before
500
it's over.
tonight.
I hope so. Be looking out for my giveaway when I finally get it to stick. I'm gonna
Angie,
put it.
I meant to put up to shout you out of my playlist the other night and forgot to, so I will have to get in there right now and put that on there. We'll get you up there.
Thank you,
And
ladies.
Outlaw, you hang in there, honey.
Yes, hang in, honey. You're gonna be the first one on my prayers tonight.
Yeah,
I get
mine's-
SSFS, go to food banks. Yes, dumpster dive. Well, honey, don't you dare be hungry. If you reach out to all of us, okay, babe? All right, I love you guys. Brenda Boo, I love you.
Love you too, baby girl.
Love y'all
Y'all love
too.
you.
Y'all
I'll
have a
see
good
y'all next time
night.
I see you. Have a good
Bye
night.
bye.
Bye, loves. Bye, Brenda Boo. Bye. I'm trying to get off here and I can't.